Orientation is locked. Orientation is not locked. You guys locked my doggone orientation last time too. You know what? Since we're working on vehicles, we might as well go get a TQ trucking hat on. But I did have my guitar, and I was ready for you guys. As soon as you come in here, I'm going to tell you a really funny story. And it starts like this. That's how the story starts, right here, folks. Welcome to the party. We're hanging out on the side of the road. We had a little bit of an issue today, and this is what it looks like down here. I have 2 bottle jacks holding me up over here. I think we're gonna be all right. Yeah, I'm leaking a little. Yeah, the spare tire's over here and not on the wheel, and I know I need brakes. So we have a lot to talk about. Hey, all right, let's get the right hand. This goes upside down, I learned. Bible's right here. And my truck, hold on, TQ trucking, since we're working on the truck, full of first aid equipment, like little CPR dummies and a whiteboard, hypothermia wrap. You can see an oxygen tank back there. So I'm on my way to actually teach right now. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my hat squared away. Oh, I hear you, driver. I'm gonna hop in the chat because that's all I can do right now. I have a buddy coming to help me, and I want to show you guys, well, some of the fun. It's been a while since we fixed a ridiculous problem on the side of the road together. This one's on a freeway with no shoulder. So I'm gonna play you guitar, then I'm gonna read every one of your messages, and then we're gonna try not to get run over by all these vehicles ripping by. It's gonna be a really fun day, really fun evening. So thanks for joining me. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna put you down here. Well, we should have you face the road and the guitar, the truck and everything. All right, get a little truck, get a little guitar. So I've just been sitting here on the side of the road playing the doggone guitar. I'm on my way to teach. I have to teach at 10 in the morning, 4 hours that way. And I was in Denver 2.5 hours this way to talk to one of my clients who's owed me, get this, $11,000, $11,122, was supposed to pay it before the end of April. It's not paid. So I had to go up there and talk to them after sending a bunch of emails, calling them on the phone, leaving voicemails, not getting calls back. And they're a government agency. So they're just not paying their bill. And so I had to go talk to them. Then I had to drive 3.5 hours down here to pick up my book. I ordered a bunch of copies of my books. Those came late. And then I've got to drive all the way up into the mountains over here to teach tomorrow. Truck. Okay, good. I have to teach tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're going into the mountains to teach a river guides. So, are we gonna make it? Or will we be stranded forever on the side of the road in Colorado? And it's so hazy because there's a wildfire. There's a big wildfire. So, one more song and then we'll talk about it. It's kind of how I feel, but I'm staying motivated. All right, and now that you guys are with me, let's hop in the chat, right? Let me say hello to you guys. You can see the wheel in the background. You can see the beast flashing, blinking. All right, I'm going back. Mink, yeah, first in the chat. Hey, what's up? Thank you for being here. Carol Nagy is in the house. Carol, if your father-in-law or your husband were here, none of this would have happened. 1, I'm sure. 2, I had already been off the road. Okay. Carol, what's up? Thank you for being in the chat the other day. Jackie, what's up? Vicky, hello. So good to see you. Sherry's in the house. Hey. Eric and Doris, always supporters. Thank you guys so much. Vicky Vale in the house. Great to see you. Jackie, if I can make it to class, I will take you to class. And you know what? I really think we're going to make it. You want to know why? Guess why? Check this out. Right where I broke down. Look, here's the front view. There's the truck. There's the wheel. Here's the back view. Cross. Exactly where my tire exploded. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be okay. And I'm really not even that worried about it because I have the cavalry on the way. And when I say the cavalry's coming. My insurance company couldn't help me, but the cavalry can help me. All right, so Jackie, Donna, Carol, what's up? Debbie, hello. Gary Wade, hello. Always appreciate your comments, right? Mrs. Mobo, good evening. Is Mr. Mobo around, or is it just you and me? You know, I remember when we went ziplining, you looked very nice in that harness. Never mind. Sorry, Mobo, don't get mad at me, buddy. I'm just trying to say hi, you know, and you probably saw my Bible in there. Mr. and Mrs. Mobo were two of the patriots who really helped reawaken my faith on the convoy. So thanks to the Mobo family. And we got to go ziplining in Colorado with the same company I'm going to go train tomorrow. And it looks like I have grease all over my face. All right. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Cool. I see. Is it Jeannie McKenzie? Do I say it? Do I pronounce it Jeannie? I don't want to mess it up. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Do you see the cross? I'm going to be good. We flip around this way, disaster. We flip around this way, hope. So it's going to be all right. I'm waiting for one of the guys. I'm going to scroll through the comments and they're going to be like, why didn't you just put the spare on and drive away? Why didn't you just put the spare on and drive away there, big dog? So, all right, anyway. That's right. Yeah, I didn't really play much guitar on the convoy. One time, you know, I was busy trying to help people with problems and stuff and, you know, get stuff done. Doesn't it look like my drive shaft is dropped? Is my drive shaft dropped? Is it supposed to be down like that? Oh, no. All right, we'll deal with that later. I got a guy. Erica, Doris, Jackie, cool. Donna, awesome. Nice to see you. Yeah, I actually just replaced a leaf spring shackle, which was really fun. I went to a mechanic garage and I paid the owner $20 to disassemble his retaining wall, stack the blocks, and then lift his floor jack and put it on there and lift the frame. So we got that done. All right. Yeah, wildfires from Canada. That's right. It's the Canada fire. Yes, if your husband was there, it would be fixed. Vicky Vale says it's a sign. It's literally a cross. I'll flip you around and show you. Look, right there on the fence, exactly where I broke down. And it's pretty nice. I mean, the mountains are beautiful. Kind of in the middle of nowhere around here. And I've seen a couple of military convoys. And up until today, I had markings on my truck that said, you know, Hunter's laptop lies to cover up treason. And on the windows, it said cocaine, hookers, and dirty bribe money. You would be in prison, but Hunter is free, you know? And so people have been following me. I actually had to call the police in one state, as I told you all about. So I don't know if somebody threw something out of the window or what happened, but look at my fender. It wasn't just the tire. It wasn't just this tire that completely blew out, right, guys? It wasn't just the tire that completely blew out. It also did this. It ripped this this is metal. You know what I mean? This is freaking metal, not plastic. This is all metal. Metal. You see what it did? It ripped this off of here. It was down in here. So this was like, yeah. That's not how it goes. I don't know what I hit or what happened. I got all my lug nuts off. You know, I had to use this wrench and a hammer to get my lug nuts off. You know, and then I dropped the spare tire, as you can see, using a little improvised lowering device. I put the tire under here because I'm unable to use this spare, guys. This hole right here on the spare is a Chevy wheel on a Dodge, so it's about 1/4 of an inch too small to fit over this. So it just smacks into the metal here, and I can't get it to sit on so I can lock it in. So I called my insurance company. I was like, can you send me a tire service to just pull this tire off of this 16-inch rim, put it on this 16-inch rim, and I'll put this wheel back on here and I'll go down the road. And they said, well, we can't do that. And I said, the hell you can't. My buddy owns a trucking company and he sends these services out from the truck stops to go and service his trucks all the time. I know you can do it. And she said, oh no, we can't do that. So, you know, it's good to have people. I called some people, and this is what it looks like. Jackie Weber said it's a wonderful sign, and Eric and Doris said God is with me. And I think you're absolutely right, you know? Gary, I like your comments about oh, look at this truck, guys. See the color on that? All right, anyway, I'm just sitting here looking at trucks. You know what I mean? Hanging out on the side of the road. I'll show you what I did for safety. And this has just really been a super fun day. I had to drive a couple hours, right, to talk to the client, to try to get paid, since I wasn't paid since April, which is ridiculous, right? I'm not gonna trash that client, even though I said I would use my live stream against them if they didn't pay me by today. And I went in there and visited with them today. And they said it's been approved, but I sure haven't gotten any emails, and it sure hasn't hit my account, and I had to fill out a bunch of forms to link the accounts. But what can you do? People fuck your pay up, you know? And it can be impactful. So what really sucks is when you have a government client, you have a signed contract and a signed purchase order, and it still doesn't get paid. So I wonder if somebody from the old Biden administration made a phone call and was like, he's a bad guy, don't pay him. Who knows? Maybe somebody from the Biden administration got pissed that I was talking about Hunter and they threw something under my truck. Maybe I just hit something. Here's what I have. I tied my hunting flagging tape around these posts. And then I also, check this out, I tied orange flagging tape to clumps of grass every so often. And then where that truck is, I actually put some flagging tape all the way down there. All right, that was a Kenworth, if you weren't paying attention. So all the way up there, which is a pretty long walk where that car is, where they crest the hill, that's where the flagging tape starts. And then I have flagging tape, maybe I can see it if I step out. You can sort of see it up here. Flagging tape every so often tied into the grass. I'll show you guys. Oh, there's some. So as they're driving by, you can kind of see it here. As they're driving by, they start to get little glimpses of orange. They know something's going on. That's a nice Mack truck. All right, there you go. So you can see how I've tied orange flagging all the way down there, and it goes all the way to the hill. You can see it all the way down there. Then you can see some of the grass kind of down here, and you can see that up there. So that's what I'm doing. I've got the flagging tape, and I'm trying to just notify motorists, hey, having a little bit of a problem. I've also got the whoopee light going, and I have the hazards. Now, some of you are probably gonna say, hey, Johnny boy, freaking X-ray, those lights are gonna kill your truck battery, right? They're gonna kill my battery, don't you think? That's an image we've seen before. Anyway, yeah, it's totally gonna kill my battery. So I've unhooked one of my red tops. I've got it hooked up to the other red top battery. And I do have a solar panel, and I've got somebody coming, and I have jumper cables. Every so often I turn the car on to run the alternator, or the truck on to run the alternator to get the battery charged up again. So signaling, right? It's in my book. If you guys read my book, you know about signaling. And I had a bunch of these cones, but of course the problem was that they were blowing away. You know, they're blowing away in the wind. So I've just stacked them up, put this stuff here so these trucks could go by safely. And you can see how hazy it is from the wildfire. Carry weight, all right, buddy. Yeah, we have to take the bad with the good, you're right. All right, I'm off the road now. I walked off the road, I'm in the grass. I put my hammer over here. That's my hammer, my carpenter hammer. Just to try to tell people like, hey, for real, I wasn't kidding. I really am broke the flip down over here, and then I'm sitting way over here, you know what I mean, to rock the guitar. Because if you just have to sit on the side of the road and you can't do anything, you might as well rock a guitar. All right, let me see what you're saying. Gary Wade says, where are you at, my American brother? If you're close, I'll come and help you. Thank you so much. I have a Patriot on his way. A motivated Patriot is on his way right now. He's bringing me a wheel. And as soon as I told him what was going on, he goes, oh, even though it's brand new, and even though it fits on the same size rim, it's a Chevy wheel. This is a Chevy wheel. And so the Chevy wheel doesn't fit on the Dodge truck. We think that's what the problem is. And I think we're gonna solve the issue by just having somebody bring me an appropriate size wheel of tire. Just so you know, I don't have any contraband, you know. We're starting up here. And then I have the pin. Do you guys remember when we got the pin from the National Honor Guard representatives? So, always nice to have that. It means so much to me. I'm sorry that I'm not in landscape mode. If some of you guys are saying that, I'm not able to go into landscape mode. It keeps saying, go live together. And I'm like, well, there's nobody else on my phone. It's just me. And it's like, go live together. I don't want to go live with anybody else. So the Trader Joe's bag is full of medical, like bandages and tourniquets and training gear. We could actually do a class here on the side of the road. You got some CPR dummies. Those are the chest pieces for the compressions. And those are the babies up there. And then I have my whiteboard. I think I need to get a dry erase marker. I have my CB set up. Remember when the police in DC busted out this whole center console? Well, I set up a zip tie rig. And I have the radio hanging from the hole that they busted out. And I was actually able to use it today to keep a trucker safe. A big truck was driving down the road and a motorcycle came and cut between him and the other truck while they were passing. And, you know, I called him out by his truck type and by the branding on his trailer. And I said, you got Evel Knievel sneaking in on the right side. Watch him. And he came back on and thanked me for that. So it's good to go. We want to keep everybody safe on the road. And now that guy could say that X-ray, you know, helped keep him safe on the road. Now, I also have my Marine flag. You know, I always thank Joe from Pittsburgh. So I had to get into my tool bag. Oh, you guys are going to see. I had all these folded, as you can see with these. I folded every one of them, but I have some tools in this bag, and I had to get in to get my tools. So right here I have the flag from Joe the Patriot from Pittsburgh. And I sure want to thank Joe, you know. And I bet 53 Rat might even be on the channel from time to time. I really want to thank 53 Rat. Got all my fluids here, right? So Lucas oil. I have fluid for my radiator, right? What else do I have? Yeah, antifreeze, windshield washer fluid, and Lucas oil, you know? Excuse me. All right. Hey, fire's in the house? Awesome. What's up, Scott? Good to see you, buddy. Here's the issue. And guys, Scott actually just did a really nice build on his Jeep. He did these American flag fenders, and they look, Scott, dude, your fenders look awesome. Scott did these really sexy visionary fenders for his Jeep. And he had to replace, what was it, man? A pinion something, pinion gear? Some twisty, geary, turbo looking thing that's not a turbo that fits into his freaking gears, his drive. But is part of your transmission? Is that what you replaced? Now I sound like a special one. Pinion, is that what you did? All right, he'll tell me. Scott, I hope you're doing well, buddy. I can't wait to see you. I was talking with Scott the other day, DQ Trucking Hat, and Scott was like, hey, we should do another convoy or something. You know, we need to do another little mission. And I was like, you're right. You're absolutely right. And so I started talking to some of the Patriots, and all the Patriots seem to feel the same way. So, oh, you can see that blown out tire back there. What a mess. Good Lord. I took it pretty hard on this one today. Boom! And then, you know, at least it wasn't a steering tire. I was talking to my dad, and my dad was right. You know, he was like, at least it's not a steering tire, John. Well, one of these went out. This is a 7,500 pound truck, 7,500 pounds. One of these goes out. All that weight's up here in the engine, which is mighty clean engine. I've done a good job, I think, of keeping the engine pretty clean. You know, comparatively. It's not too bad. A little oil leak for sure. I have, I think, a rear seal that I need to do. So I unplugged this battery. That way, at least one battery can be good. This battery can run the oopie whoopie lights. Here's my question, guys. Does anybody here know how to identify vehicle parts? Because I've got a question. I think I found a tracking device. So you guys tell me, okay? I'm going to take you in the hood, down into the belly of the beast. I'm taking you down into the belly of the beast. We're working, so this can go backwards. Down the belly of the beast. You tell me if it's a tracking device or not. Kat McIntyre, welcome to the house. Sherry, thank you for saying you're glad I didn't get hurt. I am also glad I didn't get hurt. Scott says, you clutch also, and before ring and pin on gear. Pinion gear. Like pinion pine. Carol says rack and pinion. Carol goes, I know. don't try to talk about trucks. All right, is this a tracking device or not? Ready? Here's the battery. Here's all the extra shit tied into my battery. This goes to the other one, no problem. This comes into here, which is probably for the tuner. This is the edge tuner right here, where this one goes. But I have a question about this box right here. I found this little box. I want to know what this box is. All right? So you guys go get your mechanic buddies, and I want to know what this is. All right? Stand by. I'm going to pull the appendix out of my truck. All right? I got positive. Be gone. Let me see if I can get one. Get one passing. Here comes the truck. I'll try to get this whole truck for you guys for old time's sake. All right, here comes the convoy, everybody. All right, that was it. Yeah, so what is this, right? Positive, negative, in here. No idea what this one is. Not labeled. So we trace them back. Somebody just, hold on, real quick. Somebody said, how are Mike and Shelly doing? I owe Shelly a phone call. I need to find out. But I heard through the grapevine when I was talking with Tony from TQ Trucking the other day, I heard Mike is better and he's not going to dialysis anymore. And if that's true, that's a miracle. I heard Mike is doing so much better because of going to dialysis and the care that Shelly has been providing to him and the prayers from all of you visionaries. Mike is now off dialysis and doing better from what I heard from TQ. Now I need to call Shelly. I've done a lot to the truck recently and I kind of wanted to surprise her with some of that. Here's a surprise, probably not the kind of surprise I wanted to give you, Shelly. But I hope you and Mike are doing so well. I've been taking Bobby with me everywhere I go. Dog tags are right there. I'll go show you those in a minute. Painted on the truck, I got that one was a close one. Did you see those boys? That was a close one right there. All right. I painted on the truck. I went and got the actual paint color, so it's not, as two-tone anymore when you're looking at the paint. Like, this used to be kind of a cream color. I put a primer on it to cover it up, so it's not perfect, but, I mean, these spots, it's all the exact color. I went to a professional auto paint store. They went and got the paint. So, you guys tell me what the damn box is. What is this box? There are 4 screws. I could open it up and we could look in it. It's a weird T-star bit. And I think I have little Allen keys that'll open it so we could see if there's a circuit board or what. This goes to the battery. There's a splitter right here that runs into the battery. And then this looks like it runs down and grounds. It goes under the truck. Whoop. All right, Minnie Winnie. All right, here we go. And if I look under here, look, this was hanging out down here. So has somebody ripped some kind of part off of my truck? Did this maybe go over here? Or why are these wires and this relay or whatever it is randomly hanging down here? And then when we come up here, we find this random box. I've never seen one of these in a truck. Maybe you guys could tell me. It's hardwired into the battery. There's a splitter. And then it grounds out, we think, right here. How are you? How's it going? Are you?
Yeah.
Good luck. Where are you going? Oh, shoot. Okay. No, I got a buddy coming. My tire blew up, so I'm just trying to get a new tire that fits because my spare wheel doesn't fit on there. It's a Chevy wheel, so I got a bum deal there. Should have inspected it, right? Protection through inspection. Are you okay? Do you have water and food? What happened to your vehicle? Do you need fluids?
Yeah.
Do you have a phone? Yeah. Do you want some radiator fluid?
I just put some in there and it's not sounding.
Is it leaking out the bottom all over your feet when you pour it in? Go, just go down the hill to the...
It won't start.
I see, okay.
And that's it.
I see.
It doesn't sound good at all.
Do you have access to roadside assistance at all?
No, that's why I was
Okay.
contacting you to see.
Yeah. Yeah, you want me to make a phone call? All right, visionaries, hang on. We're going to help this nice lady real quick. Everybody stand by. Got you, ma'am. You want some water? Open the truck door and help yourself. All right. Hey, can you hear me? All right. Hey, can you hear me?
Have on your...
Right now, it's only like 75. We used to have like 1,200, and then we got
yeah.
shadow banned when we went to
yeah.
DC with like 700 semi-trucks. You know, they didn't like that.
No.
So now my YouTube, I've never had a strike.
Are you in the truckers?
Well, they come with me, but we had regular Americans too. We had nurses and doctors and teachers and people from all walks of life. It was wonderful. So,
awesome.
Are you comfortable talking about anything? You know, what do you do?
Fine.
What do you do with your
I have
time?
a TikTok.
She's a TikToker. Okay,
Yes.
cool. So you can check her out. Pitch your channel. We pitch everybody's channel.
It's Christy Haha.
Cool.
I'm from Weston.
You can hear me.
Mountains.
You're from Weston. That's a beautiful area.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we're stuck on the side of the road in these flatlands. It's terrible.
I'd love to be home.
That's right. All right, everybody. We're on the side of the road. We're having a really fun time. Thanks for joining us. This is what we're doing. Sheriff's going to come and help this nice lady. What do you think your problem is? What happened? Your vehicle just overheat?
Yes.
Boom isn't a thing. Did it overheat?
It overheated.
This went boom.
Well, I mean, the temperature gauge must not work because it just stuck right in the middle.
It looks pretty new.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of upgrades on it, and that comes with problems.
Okay, I hear you. All right, well, that's what we're doing, folks. You know? Do you feel safer waiting up here? Do you want to wait in your Jeep? Let me try to find you a charger. Yeah. All right. No. I'm going to try to find you a charger, and I'll give you some space. And I don't know if I have a C. Maybe this one's a C. Hey, that one's a C, right? There we go. Come on. Let's charge you up. And then once it turns on, you'll at least be good to go. You'll have communications. Yeah. And that's what we do, right? That's what we do.
Never been without a highway. I've never broke down on 25.
Me either. When's the last time you did break down? What happened?
Oh, well, the Jeep breaks down all the time in the parking lot after planning and zoning meetings.
Yeah.
It's like it gets haunted in it.
Do you work for county government?
I work for the city.
For the city, okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah, of course. I train the Parks and Wildlife Rangers, so I work for the state vendor.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, good. You're charging. I'm running the engine so my battery doesn't die. All right, that's it. So you're charging. That should be good. This nice lady works for the city. Guys, what is this? A voltage regulator. Okay. So does that mean that it like helps to build power to push to like the headlights or something? Do you want to sit down? Do you want to take a seat? Just put my guitar on the side if you want it, or... Yep. And I didn't mean to be rude. I just have a firearm inside that door. So it would have been less than safe if you opened it. You know, I don't mean to be rude to you. Yeah. Oh, you missed that diesel. Oh, I have a lot of fuel. I found diesel for less than $4. It's kind of surprising, right? That's her Jeep down there. And you know, literally every single place I go, I get followed. So like when I check into a hotel, somebody shows up at the instant that I get there. You know, they're waiting in the parking lot, and as soon as I go in, then they come in. Or if I go to a restaurant, the same thing. If I get on the road, the same thing. So literally every single place I go, this happens. So I immediately assume, oh, this is just a ruse to get somebody close to me, to get information, whatever, to get closer because I can go nowhere, right? Because when you put out messages about Hunter Biden buying crack cocaine, right? Hunter Biden is secured by the Secret Service while he buys crack cocaine and rents hookers, you know? And if you talk about that, if you talk about the spy chiefs, the 51 spy chiefs who lied to us before the election and said that that didn't happen, you know people are gonna follow me. People are gonna come around and say what's going on. Also, when you work for the state government, people are gonna follow you, right? Same state government that owes me $11,000 that hasn't paid that out and has owed it since April. Sure is frustrating, Colorado, right? You should sure take care of your vendors, right? You should sure meet your legal requirements and obligations on time. So this is what's going on over here, just standing around, freaking watching me close to me, except being down by her vehicle. Maybe she feels uncomfortable. She told me a sob story. So, hey, I'm here, you know, you're safe. I asked her if she wants water. I asked her if she wants to sit down. Well, why would she come up to me? Oh, it went boom? It didn't go fucking boom. Did your engine overheat? She said it was a radiator. She goes, no, the temperature gauge didn't go up. Oh, your fucking temperature gauge is broken? Oh, but then she said the car won't start. It goes buh, buh, buh. So is it the radiator or is it the fucking battery, right? Sorry, pardon my language, but bullshit. What the hell is she doing over here? Go sit in your car. What do you mean you don't have a cell phone? What do you mean you don't have a charger? It's 2023. You work for the city government. You don't have a phone charger? Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? But of course we helped the lady. A lady walked. She walked all the way up here. She walked that whole distance. So, you know, it's a long distance. Want to try to help her if I can, you know? So we'll do that, but you know what I mean? Like I was by myself playing guitar and now I'm fucking babysitting some middle-aged lady who doesn't have a cell phone charger but works for the government. And she said she works in Trinidad. She's way north of Trinidad. What are you doing up here? Why are you going southbound if you came from work and Trinidad is much farther south? Trinidad is very, very far south. You know what I mean? Trinidad is south, and she worked in Trinidad, but she's on I-25 southbound. So she must have gone way north of Trinidad and then turned around and then come here right to me and broke down right on the other side of the overpass, right? Oh, hey, pero surprise. You know, but it happens every day. So when things happen every day, you just put patterns together and you say, these are the fucking creeps who are invading your privacy every day. Every damn day. Creeps, 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 creeps. And I think they're trying to glean like how I can figure out how to like get letters. I forgot to show you guys the letter from the general. I want to show you a letter from a general. Check this out. General. This is the superintendent of the Air Force Academy. And he wrote me a letter to thank me for sending him copies of my book for his team. Dear Mr. Dobbins, thank you for sending your recently published U.S. School of Survival Field Manual. I can certainly see that you researched your subject well and have many valuable insights on a variety of topics, ranging from preparation to leading scenario training. I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors, and thank you for sharing your passion and purpose with the Air Force Academy. Sincerely, Lieutenant General Richard M. Clark. It's a pretty cool letter to get, and I'm going to frame it. It's going to go right next to another letter from a general. So, I'll tell you right now, the Biden administration might hate me, all right? They might send people to incessantly follow me. They might take away my 4th and 5th Amendment rights by searching my electronics without my permission, trying to get me to incriminate myself, even though I've done nothing wrong. They suppress my First Amendment rights on my YouTube channel. But I get thank you letters from your generals because they know that I'm adding value, right? And they know that your son is a crackhead. And they know that you're taking American taxpayer dollars to protect your crackhead son, right? All right, we're at 2%. 2%. We're getting there. Yeah. Absolutely. So that's what I say, guys. You know, if something happens every single day, over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and of course, like I said, Bobby's dog tags are right there, right? We never miss them. But this is a great way to get into the truck, to get to look into the truck. Yeah, you could toss it at night if I'm at a hotel or something like that. But this lets you come up and see how will he behave with someone who's in this type of situation? What can you glean, right? What does he smell like? Who is coming to help him? Just go stand there and fuck with him, right? What can you do, folks? Oh, I'm safe. Yeah, we're safe. I don't feel, you know, these are forward observers who then pass the information to the other people who make me unsafe. You know, they're masters who make decisions about that kind of stuff. So what can you do? Hanging out. I hope you all are doing well. Sherry, hey, good to see you. Yeah, actually, right. Beep, right there. Creepy. Just saying. What would you do? I wouldn't go and do that. And I mean, Trinidad's down that way. A ways, you know, and we're way north. So, I mean, somebody came up here, came around, turned around, went down here. If you worked in Trinidad, the workday is just ending, right? So you should be going home. You shouldn't be going like south towards where you presumably came from. Doesn't make sense to me, folks. I'm just saying, you know. Oh, they're still watching. They're watching you too, Scott. What can you do? There's a copy of, it's back here in this bag, Foreign Affairs magazine. And they published one of my ideas from about 5 years ago at the Cyber 912 policy writing competition. Submitted it in writing, argued it orally to directors of 3-letter agencies, 2 of them, 2 different agencies, 2 different directors. Then it shows up in Foreign Affairs magazine. Surprise, surprise, it's somebody else's idea. So at least they're doing the shit. And it shows me I'm 5 years ahead of the government thinking, which is cool, right? But what the flip? Come on, guys. Who thinks that somebody took intentional effort to pop my tire, and who thinks it was just a coincidence, and then this person showed up? Just a coincidence, right? Coincidence. You know. Pretty close, pretty random. Yeah, I guess, right? Somebody is. Somebody is. All right, 3%. We're getting there. We're getting there. I tell you what.
Try it.
There you go. Okay, keep the charger.
Are you sure?
I am sure. Keep the charger, and I hope it serves you well.
Okay, I have a standard.
Yeah.
How do you get it into neutral so you can just coast?
Put your foot on the brake and then push the gear indicator into neutral, just like you would put it into drive. Might be your transmission.
Boyfriend doing it.
Are you a standard or automatic? Automatic. Simply put your foot on the brake and then bring your gear selector to the end. 1 below reverse, 1 above drive.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
For lending me your energy and this.
You got it. Keep it. I hope you do really well. I hope you never break down again. It sucks. You know, hope you have a good, safe night, and just wave your hands and yell if you need anything, or if you feel unsafe, or if some creepy guy stops, you know,
What was your TikTok?
you just come back up here if you need me. Yeah. Oh, I don't have one. That's Chinese, isn't it? Isn't TikTok Chinese?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you were streaming.
I am. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Patriot X-Ray Vision.
Oh.
Have a great one. Tell your masters. Bullshit. Oh, you just broke down 20 feet below me. You don't have a charger. You work for the city government. She lives down here. She lives in Trinidad and works in Trinidad, and that's 40 minutes that way. 30 minutes, 40 minutes that way. She was coming from this way. So how the fuck are you coming from this way when you live and work down there? How do you break down on the southbound road? How the fuck do you end up on the southbound road? All right, put it in the comments, ma'am, if you go to my channel. How did you end up on the southbound road when you live and work in Trinidad, which is further south from here? That's the question. She walked all the way up here. So I'm just saying, everywhere I go, I certainly have people show up, creep around me, smell me. They walk in, and then they just like stand around neutrally. And the reason that I recognize them so much is because I used to be the neutral observer. I used to be able to go to different places and just neutrally observe whatever's going on. But now I've got a good live stream going. I've got all y'all on here. I'm talking to you, right? And then somebody comes in and says, can you turn off your live stream and call 911 from your phone for me? Can you call 911? I don't want to fucking call 911. Why don't you have a phone charger? You work for the government. You can't even remember, you know? That's why your government is squared away, folks. Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. Oh. I gave him the honk side, man, and he let him have it. So that's my point. 2 military convoys came by, which was really cool to see. There's all my orange flagging. Here's a broke down truck. And then there is the questionable person with either a transmission. She asked me how to get her truck into neutral, right? That happened. She said, how do I get it into neutral? How do you get it into fucking drive? How do you think you got here, honey? Do the same exact thing. Just don't click it into drive. I don't mean to be rude, but like, what do you mean, how do I get it into neutral? And then she said, it went boom. I said, what do you mean? Was there an explosion? No. Did your engine temperature light go up? No, I think it's broken. The radiator's making noise. The engine goes vrr when I try to start it. She's telling me about like 7 different issues. And none of those kill a brand new Jeep Rubicon north of where she lived and worked all day. Bad tradecraft. Or stupid government employee. Sorry, ma'am, if you watch this, not trying to be a jerk, but you need to have a cell phone charger. And neutral is right between reverse and drive. And since you were like in your 50s, You've been doing this for a while. You've been driving like for a long time. You know how to get it into neutral. Put your foot on the brake, you freaking shift the gear. I said, is it standard or automatic? She goes, it's automatic. You don't know how to put an automatic Jeep Rubicon into neutral? I'm just saying. It's bullshit, right? Straight bullshit. Yeah, that's a spy. That's a spy. If you live and work in Trinidad, which is 45 minutes south, how the hell did you end up coming all the way up here north, down the mountain, turn around, come up the mountain, come over the mountain, come down here, 300 yards past me and break down? And then walk up to me. Maybe it happened. But you know that, the tire, the Airbnb. I don't know if I told you guys about Airbnb. You can't have a pistol in an Airbnb. Second Amendment, I have to sue Airbnb. I had a house that I rented, and I guess they had like a spy camera in there, in the garage. I had the whole house by myself. I was in the garage, took my pistol, and walked into the house. The owner called Airbnb. Airbnb employees from Colombia, the country, required that I leave immediately, revoked my rental immediately, said I violated a policy. I said, what policy was violated? They didn't say. Every day for 8 days. What policy did I violate? What policy did I violate? Why did you make me leave in a snowstorm with no warning? You know what they said? Firearm. You had an uncased firearm in the house. And I go, that wasn't in the ad. And I screenshotted the ad. And that wasn't in the terms of service or the terms and conditions. And I screenshotted all that. And then they just deleted my account when I said, what about the Second Amendment and the supremacy clause to the Second Amendment, which says you can't make rules or laws that bitch down my Second Amendment rights. Airbnb threw me out on the street in the middle of a snowstorm in Colorado with no notice, revoked my access to housing for having a pistol when a spy camera observed me. So I encourage you to boycott Airbnb, and I'm certainly going to sue them in federal court in hopefully Colorado, because that's where it happened, but I know they're based in California. So I need to find out if I have to go to California, because they're different federal districts. They're different federal court districts. So what can you do? You know, what can you do? What do you guys think? I'm going to read what you've been saying. Very strange. And as if she didn't know who you were, Carol says. I know, right? Oh, yeah, you have a TikTok? No, I don't think she's one of the critters. She kind of looked like that Candace lady, right? It was a coincidence. Hey, maybe my tire just blew randomly. All the other tires are good to go. They're fine. They're great. You guys helped me get these very nice and expensive tires. And now, boom, one just explodes. And not only that, but it exploded so much that it ripped up the metal. How did a tire rip this metal apart? Look at all, that's metal. That's not plastic, my friends, my amigos. Yeah. And if you're a woman, hold on. If you are a woman, you tell me this. The women in the audience, tell me this. If you're a woman and you're on the side of the road, would you walk up to a random man in a pickup truck that you see flashing like hundreds of yards away? Would you walk up to him? Check this out. Houses right here. Houses and cars. Houses and cars, like families right there closer to her than me. But she was like, I'm going to walk up here and I'm going to talk to this pickup truck on the side of the road. Maybe she saw the whoopee light and thought I could be helpful. Just saying. It's weird. And something happened such that it destroyed all of this. All this became ripped. All this is now out. This is just a loose goose. So I might have to like punch a hole in this. This has got to come off. Oh my God, look at all this. This is very sharp right here where this all broke. I had this, was able to paint up so the color matches, and I had it pretty clean. I heard I can maybe put dry ice on this dent to pull it out. But I've got to connect this somehow, or it's just going to do this the whole way. This is all ripped up. Something traumatic happened, and you can see some wear. It looks like from the rubber hitting right there. Who knows? I've been here for about an hour now, probably. I don't know, probably Department of Homeland Security or the state of Colorado law enforcement. That's who I would think she works for. Department of Homeland Security, one way or another, or state of Colorado investigator. Private investigator could be contracted by any of those groups as well. right? That's what I would imagine, because if you're a government vendor, they're going to investigate you. So that's just going to happen. How do you get closed? How do you get this extra information about somebody? I don't know. Makes sense to me. Or maybe she was legitimately broken down, in which case we called the police for her and we gave her a cell phone charger and we charged her phone. So if it's legitimate, we covered ourselves with appropriate action. And if it's not legitimate, she's not around anymore, so it don't matter. And who can point out the good luck omen? Can you see George Soros hired her? Yeah, baby. You've got a dent puller. Okay, cool, Scott. Connect a side brace, Sean says. Okay. Gary says he's never had a tire do something like that on any vehicle that had a flat tire. Me either, man. It was an explosion. Yeah, who doesn't have a phone charger, especially when you work for the government? And frankly, she works down that way, but her Jeep is facing this way. So if she lives and works way down there, how and why did she come all the way up here, down the hill, up the hill, turn around, then down this road, all the way down this road, and then she stops right by the bridge. And instead of going to this house where it might be safer, she came to the random man on the side of the road. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe that makes sense. I wouldn't tell if I had a daughter, I would tell her not to walk up to random men on the side of the road with old 20-year-old pickup trucks. You know, I would be like, don't walk up to that guy. You know, don't do that. Just wait. You know, and she goes, oh, and when she was on with 911, she goes, oh, I guess I could call AAA. Yeah, I guess you could fucking call AAA instead of bogging down the emergency response system. You know, what are they going to do for you? What do you think the sheriff's going to do? Like, tap on your starter with the hammer? I helped my buddy buy a truck the other day, and I climbed under it to go look at everything, and the starter had a bunch of like scars on it. Somebody had been beaten on that. I could probably get you like a little bit better angle. See some finger waggling. All right, but for real. Fun, right? Hanging out on the side of the road. I do have a super motivator coming down here, a Colorado Patriot. He's gonna come and help me out, so that should happen later. We should see that. I think I told you guys earlier, for those of you who weren't in the chat earlier, had a tire blowout, pretty freaking bad blowout. I'll try to zoom in. But I threw alligator parts all over the side of the road. Just destroyed that tire, and thank God it was a rear tire and not a front tire, because all the weight in that engine probably would have thrown me, rolled me, and put me in a ditch. It would have been pretty bad. What kind of truck is that? Anybody see? It was a Volvo. All right, so anyway, that's what happened. I'm over here. I'm trying to I had to go all the way up to Denver to ask my government client to please pay me the 5-figure paycheck that they owe me from April. Super frustrating not to be able to like have communication to get that done on time. A state government should pay its bills on time, especially when they know the impact that it's going to have on the citizen, the veteran citizen vendor, right? You guys should do the right thing. Right thing's obviously not being done. We've worked together for 4 years. That leads me to believe that somebody talked to you guys on the back channel. You know, a little political hit or something like that might have happened. Anyway, I had to go all the way up to Denver to talk to that client, you know, at the formal office for the state government. Then I had to come all the way down here on the other side of those mountains. You see those mountains? I have to come down, up, over those mountains, and south. And once I go south over there, You can see the cross, right, guys? Once I go south over those mountains, behind the cross up here, through the pass, I'm gonna go pick up my books, right? I ordered about 50 books. I'm gonna see if anybody in the class tomorrow wants to buy some books. Then I'm gonna go on the other side of these mountains, and I'm gonna drive all the way up to the Big Kid Mountains over there. We're gonna go to, to a mountain town, and that's another 4 hours. So I have like another hour and a half. This is where my truck is. I'm kind of busted out right now. I've got my guitar and I've got water, so I should be okay, but I have to go way down there, over the pass. You can see the mountains way in the distance. I'm gonna go over the pass, down. I pick up my books. The place is gonna be closed tonight. By the time I get there, there's no way I'm gonna make it there in time. Darkness is starting to fall. That's why I have my headlamp. If the person who's gonna help me gets here in the dark, this way we'll have a little bit of action. You know what I mean? We'll be able to see what's going on. You should really be here any minute, so you'll be able to see some action there. Then hopefully that tire fits. I'll try to roll down. I have to measure the time, because if this place opens where the books were sent, I can't send the books to a post office, because post office won't accept UPS or FedEx, even though a post office is the building that the government puts in a county or an area to receive freaking post. All right, anyway, it's really frustrating. So I have to have the book sent to like a third-party location, to a store where I know the owner, where they'll let me send it to them. That store's closed now. I have to see what time they open in the morning. If they open at like 6, I could get the stuff and drive the 3 or 4 hours up to the class first thing in the morning and just stay down here on my place, And if they open at like 8, I don't think I'll have enough time to pick them up in the morning and run. So I might have to run up there without the books, which sucks. And the books were delivered late. The books have been delivered on time. I would have had them before this weekend, and I could have just gone from Denver straight out to the mountains. It would have been really easy, but you know how it is, folks. It doesn't always work out like that. I'm south of Pueblo, so I'm pretty far south, between Pueblo and Trinidad, so southern Colorado. You know what I mean. Yeah, this is the new set of tires. That's right. So those are really good tires, and they should hold up. I mean, they're very strong tires, right? And none of the other ones broke, but it's almost like that one exploded. Something happened in that tire. Maybe we can look at the wheel and see something about what happened. But I mean, it's carnage. It was pretty bad. And there are bits of gator. You can see little bits of the tire, all the freak over the place. But this is a pretty violent flat tire. It's pretty freaking violent, And if we look, just roll it and look on the inside. That's a pretty fresh line, right? Pretty shiny, fresh line. Maybe those are always like that, but that looks pretty shiny and fresh. It's not too scraped, discolored, but not scraped. So this is what we're doing. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad you're with me. We should have a really fun rescue tonight. My hazards haven't gone out yet, which is good. Get the whoopee light going. I don't know. What do you guys think? Vicky says you should send me a book because you like me. Yeah, Vicky, I'm down with that. I do like you. And I know I need brakes, guys. I know I definitely need to do some brakes. But this is our first issue. It's what I got to figure out first. Yeah, I hope my rim is good too. Believe me. About that, you still with me? Yeah, I mean, I think that the rim is okay. I didn't drive on it too far, and it is covered right there with some of the rubber. I wanted to get up to the top of that hill, so I wasn't trying to do this on a slant like that. So I came up and over the hill, and I stopped as soon as it got relatively flat. Is that woman gone, or is she still there? Let me look. She's going down the road. She's still there. It looks like she's creeping down the road, though. Look. Yeah, that's a new tire. Exactly right. It looks like that black Jeep might be moving. We'll see. Very strange. And it all happened right here in the same spot, Very, very strange indeed. Looks like some weather, maybe. We're getting some nice light, though. Yeah, So I was able to get, yeah, exactly. People are asking what's going on. I was able to get that wheel off. I jacked up the vehicle with my bottle jacks. I did 2 for additional stability. And then I lowered the spare tire down from here. So I lowered down the spare tire. I took the spare tire and I went to put it on, and I'll show you what happens. Let me try to set this up, guys, and I'll show you right now. Maybe this can be my tripod. A little improv here real quick. All right. I don't know. This might be a little sketchy. Unless we use this wrench. Whoop, don't want to touch that. All right. This might work. All right, sweet. So, this hole, can you see me? I hope. Let me, I should have probably flipped it around. Anyway, this hole right here is like a 1/4 inch, barely too small to fit over this. I'll try one more time. Maybe with you guys here it'll work. So see, the kid right here sits up against these. I try to lift and wiggle and do whatever I can, but I can't get it over. It just sits right there. So I put it over there. I put it over there to just in case the jacks fall. And if those jacks fall, this will fall on the tire. Hopefully save the axle. But that's what's going on. It just doesn't fit. Duct tape on the bent metal, that's a good idea. All right, what we need is water. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. You know what they say? Hydrate or die, right? I want to stay hydrated here. Thanks, buddy. That guy was a real nice guy, didn't want to move. Just gonna let it run a little bit to keep that one battery charged. Again, I had the second battery unplugged. So if the whoopee lights and the flashers do kill the battery, then at least I'm covered, you know, I have the other one. All right, what did Gary say? It breaks my heart to see our veterans broke down with a Marine flag on his truck, and no one stops to help. If I see a Patriot on the side of the road, you bet I'm gonna help. Thank you. So many people have driven by, right? Hundreds of people have driven by, and not one person has stopped. Not one person has offered assistance of any kind. So I remember on the convoy how somebody would have a vehicle problem and the whole team would come together, work together and solve it. And that was one of the best things that we did as a group, is we helped each other. We helped other Americans with their day-to-day problems that were getting in the way of them accomplishing their goals and, you know, making themselves happier. And by working together, we were able to solve so many of those problems. So, you know, I'm just saying, convoy buddies are good buddies to have, you know, and that's why we're probably going to see Tony pull up at that Peach Peterbilt, driving all the way from Indiana. He'll make it to Colorado in 2.5, 2 3/4 hours. You know, and you'll just hear him hit that Jake brake. Here comes a couple of Jake brakes. All right, tell me what kind of trucks you see. First person to call out one of the 2 types of trucks gets a prize. They're the same type of truck. And they're Western Express, which means somebody might die. They're not really renowned for being very good drivers, especially in Indiana. All right. Do my front wheels have the same hub? Oh, like a switcheroo. Now, there's an idea. Who said that? Bandit 1, 78. Bandit 1 from Texas. All right, buddy. That's not a bad idea. Go check that hub, right? I imagine it'll be similar, but who knows? Your call. And my goal was like, I have USAA. They have roadside assistance. And they were like, well, we'll tow you. And then we'll sell you a wheel and a tire. And I was like, no, I want you to come out and I want you to take this tire off of this 16-inch rim and I want you to put it on this 16-inch rim. And they're like, we don't do that. And I was like, yes, you do. Semi-truck, repair companies do that. All right, I have this, so I have no idea. You think this comes off? I have to pry it off right here. Right tool for the job. Let's get the right tool for the job, you hippies. All right, there we go. No. They're different. Hey, these are different. They'll switch. She says no doubt they will switch. So I do have some help coming, I think. I think I've got a real good guy coming to help me. Guys, do you think I can switch those hubs? Look at this. Oh, it wouldn't? Because this one looks like this. And then this one looks like this. Use a tape measure. Okay, visionaries. It's like 4.5. That's just over. It's just over. It's like the exact same size. It needs to be slightly larger. And this one, you can see how it's slightly larger than the 4.5. It's like 4 3/4. I'm just saying, see, a little bit longer. That's my issue. Good one, bad one. Here. What do you guys think? It won't work? They all say no. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Scott, Bobby, put that axle on. All right. So I just slammed that on there. I was looking at my face while I was hitting that. That's why I made that silly little face. All right, it's not gonna work. Hey, yeah, I've got something coming. So what I need is a wheel. I need a wheel and a tire that's gonna fit on a Dodge. And I think I've got a guy bringing it. He just had to hunt up the wheel first. That's gonna work. And he's coming down a pretty good ways. Colorado's a pretty big state, but he's off at 25. He's not far from 25. Don't switch the front. Okay, 10-4. 10-4. We can measure some other things if we want while we're here. Well, maybe later. Here you go. All right, I'll give you one more truck. Here comes the convoy, everybody. Dually axle. That rim is for a dually, she said. Or who said that? Somebody said that. JW. Okay, cool. Look at play guitar. That's what I'm saying. I think we're just gonna sit over here with our dirty hands. I might have to wash my hands first. That's what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna get some soap. I can't play guitar with these filthy hands. But if my buddy shows up and my hands are clean, then he's not going to be very happy with me. Let's turn off the engine. All right. Not exactly how I wanted to spend my evening, but you know, we don't always get a choice in these things, right? I had all these plans. I wanted to get all these things done before I have to go and teach and go up into the mountains. I'm going to be up there for a few days teaching. And I sure wanted to get this stuff done. Wrong way, Willie said. Yeah, we have a spare. We've been working through it, buddy. What does this say? Stay out of the pinch point target. Fixation is a real thing. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. There's probably some conflation associated with that, right? Here's the spare tire right here. I'm a dummy and I've got, which is probably a Chevy tire, right? The center hole doesn't fit over the hub. It's the same size, but it doesn't fit, you know? So, what can you do? I'm just glad the visionaries are here. That's right. Scott, you're working, buddy? All right. Hey, I hope you get some sleep. Scott, thanks for coming in on the channel. Scott's a firefighter. If you guys don't know, he's in Loudoun County, Virginia. And so he's a lifesaver and a firefighter. So, Scott, I hope you have a great night, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate that. Jack it up a 1/4 inch more. Why? Help is on the way. Wrong way, Willie's like, I'm coming. I don't care what you say, I'm coming. All right, buddy. That's cool. Now, if you don't have a tire that'll fit, and I'll tell you my tire size. I probably should have told you my tire size. But I think I've got a guy coming. 16-inch rims. And I think they're 285, 75. They are. 285, 75, 16. 285, 75, 16. We think we've got a rim. I do have an air compressor right in the back. I have one of those slow. That's the S word I was going to say. Not shifty. I wasn't going to say it was a shifty air compressor. I was going to say it was, you know, one of these types of air compressors right here. All right. Wow, he gone. All right. So we could break out the air compressor if I could switch the tires. Oh, I also have like safety vest. Let's get a safety vest. You guys stay with me. I'm pulling out a safety vest here. In fact, I'm about to go and teach. So, you want to talk about safety vests and like reflective stuff? I got it. All right. I'm going to go over here by the guitar. All right. Let's see what we have in here, folks. Thanks for hanging with me. It looks like we have some community emergency response team gear. Do you guys know about CERT teams? Have you ever heard of that? Let me show you. I'll flip a bitch for you real quick. Community emergency response team. All right, this is called a CERT, Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT. And this is their little reflective vest. So just put that over here. All right, they're waking people up. Look at those trucks. Pretty good. And again, we have the cross right here. I mean, I broke down exactly where that cross was. So if you haven't been with me, I am right by some beautiful mountains. Okay, this is the Spanish Peaks. I'm by the Spanish Peaks. And the Sangre de Cristo Mountains go down that way. It's actually a pretty sunset, you know? So it's really not a bad place to be broken down. If I had one beer, I would be a lot happier. Because, you know, they can't really give me a DUI. I'm not going anywhere. Right? I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm south of Pueblo. Wrong way, Willie. You're the man, buddy. I'm south of Colorado City. I'm north of Apache City. And you're going to see all the orange flagging when you come up the hill. You're going to see all the orange flagging, and then you'll see the beast doing the oopie whoopie for you. All right. Lots of other reflective stuff here. I even have these little snap bracelets. I put these on my patients when I'm in the wilderness. So I put these snap bracelets on my patient. I have an emergency blanket I could tie up and, you know, if I really wanted to get down with signaling, I think I have pretty good signaling. This Jack Link's trash that was on the side of the road is throwing out red on green, which is good. I got a road cone, American flag, oopie whoopie lights, and then a bunch of orange, right? A bunch of orange laid down on the road to try to notify people like, hey, I would really appreciate it if you didn't drive into my truck and end my life tonight. We don't want to do that. That was a Kenworth. That was a Ford. That looks like a Ford. All right, Kenworths and Fords today. So, if I really wanted to get my signal on, and oh, look at that, just blowing in the road up there, it looks good. So see my flagging tape from hunting is catching the wind. And as soon as they come over the hill, I hiked all the way down past the one you can see to the next one. And I hung orange flagging. I could start like laying this out in the road. And so people would be advised, hey, there's a motorist on the side of the road, right? Don't run into him. So little safety things that you guys could do, make yourself safer. Organize all of our tools. We don't want to lose the tools. That's what we're doing, guys. We're hanging. Yeah. So keep going south from Colorado City, and you'll find me, you know? Got my little CERT team thing. We're flying flags. We'll be okay. I think that's enough for emergency signaling. I don't think I need to do any more right now. The only problem is, I don't know if you noticed, I'm just going to spin you around one more time because everybody likes the spinner. See what's going on behind me. Sprinter van. So there's not much out there, right? There's definitely not much out there in terms of trying to get some help. Nobody at all has come over. In fact, the people who live in the house, this guy's good and safe. Thanks, buddy. And he had this other vehicle over here, so he couldn't shift lanes. You know, he probably wanted to shift lanes, but he couldn't. Yeah, right, guys? Like, I haven't really had any vehicle problems that I've bothered you with anyway. I've had a couple of things that I've done. I've done, like, oil filter. That stuff's easy, right? I cleaned off the headlights to try to make the headlight cover a little bit more clear. Look at that Peterbilt. Oh, I think I missed it. It's a good-looking red Peterbilt right there. It was an older model. All right. Anyway, I did the leaf spring shackle. Let me show you guys. I changed this leaf spring shackle right here. So this whole thing busted out, and it actually busted up through the truck bed. And so I replaced this by jacking up the whole truck. I had to disassemble the retaining wall, and I had to put the jack on top of the retaining wall, a big floor jack from a garage. And so we jacked up the back of the vehicle, and then I had to hit the leaf spring with a hammer to try to get it to set in the right position. But eventually we were able to get it done, which is pretty cool, right? And then, I mean, I've been pushing the political message really strong in the last few days. I've also been doing some wrenching, not just here, but I got to learn a lot about wrenching in the last few days, which was a lot of fun, you know? Then I went and did some business today, tried to chase down some contracts. And then when I was on my way to get my books, ba-boom, I lost a tire. So we're hanging out here and waiting. We have a guitar. I've got a friend on the way. Now it sounds like I'm about to have two friends on the way. And I have water and everything, and I have like a sweatshirt. I set my sweatshirt out because, you know, I was talking with Butch a few days ago when I saw him, and he was saying, you know, he did a run way up through the desert over there in far north Colorado, where you come out of Utah and you go way up into Colorado. And he was saying, you know, if he broke down, he didn't have any food or water or anything. And in my book, I talk about that, right? Like if you go to Phoenix, Arizona, and your car breaks down, you're in a survival situation, right? Whether you want to be or not. So you're in a survival situation if that happens. So you need to make sure that you have things in your vehicle so you can address it. Yeah, I was on the CB. I talked to the guys a little bit, and, you know, what am I going to say? Hey, can you bring me a tire, random trucker? I know you're trying to get a load delivered, and you're trying to sleep and run your log and everything like that. But could you please go get me a tire, even though we've never met, and bring it to me? Please. I don't think they're going to go for it. Y'all tell me, but... Oh, kind of a crotch shot. Sorry, guys. you know. Anybody else play an instrument? All right, whatever. What do you want to hear? You want me to take requests? Sad songs about being stuck on the side of the road, or happy songs like... How's that go? That's not how it goes. I think that's the beginning of, let me try. What's that song? Well, girl, you taught me how to hurt real bad and cry myself to sleep. Taught me how this town can shatter dreams. How's that? What song is that? It's like Dwight Yoakam. I don't know. I think that's the beginning, though. I don't know. We're trying. Good to see all you guys, too. I know you don't want to hear this crap, right? You're like, why are you just... Play me a song I know. I think we got to get this capo to work better. I got some buzz in here, right? A little bit of buzz, guys. I'm sorry. Anybody else play instruments? I'm looking down here. I want to see it. Would you look at that? You guys play instruments or what? Convoy. Breaker break 1-9. Anybody ever miss a paycheck like you did the work but your boss didn't pay you? Has anybody ever been in that situation before where you work, you know, or you get a deal done and for whatever reason you just can't get it paid out even though the contract says it's going to get paid out at a certain... Guitars and Cadillacs, that's right. Is that what the song's called though? I think it's called Hillbilly Highway. Down that hillbilly highway goes on and now home. He gone. All right, X-Ray Reed, Drifter Shelley. There's a Drifter Shelley comment you want me to read? Okay, I'm going up. And I'm sorry that I missed some of your comments. I was trying to serenade you guys. What help do you need? I think I'm pretty good. I think I have a buddy on my way on his way with a wheel that's gonna fit here. The problem, I either need a tire service that's gonna take the tire off of one wheel and put it on the other. I need just a new wheel that's gonna fit on this Dodge 2500. And I think my buddy's on his way. It's taking a little time, and that's probably because he's trying to find a wheel that's gonna fit. And looks like our police car. So we'll say hi to everybody here. He's coming to see us. So we'll let him know that I'm good. I'm good, but she needs help. Cool. We got a police officer over here who came to help us. How you doing, sir? Good, it's my live stream. Thanks for coming. I'm all right. I've got a buddy bringing me a tire because, of course, my spare rim doesn't fit on my rear axle, you know? Right. And I measured it, and, of course, it's the same size, but it needs to be about a 1/4 inch bigger. And that's my fault. Protection through inspection. I just learned, again, the hard way. This lady walked up to me from a Jeep, and she stated that she works and lives in Trinidad, broke down on the southbound lane after work, so I guess she went north for something, but stated her cell phone died, asked if I would call 911 for assistance. First, she stated it went boom. I said, what do you mean it went boom? She said, well, my radiator's making a bunch of noise. Later, she said, well, I'm trying to start it, and it's going blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, was your temperature up? And she said, no. And so I heard radiator issues. I heard starting issues. And that seemed incongruent, you know? But she's down there in that Jeep Rubicon. And then she asked me later, and it's all on my live stream, how do you get the vehicle into neutral? Maybe I can push it down. I said, ma'am, you work for the city government, you know, and you don't know how to get in, and you just place your left foot on, or place your right foot, whatever your dominant foot is on the brake, and you use the gear selector to go ahead and go between reverse and drive, ma'am, and you should be okay.
On these newer vehicles,
yes, sir.
They gotta, I was the same way.
Okay.
And I learned the hard way.
Yes, sir.
I was sarcastic with the dispatch, and I guess they were sarcastic with this lady, not her, but this has been
another time. Sure. Yes, sir.
And because I was the same way, I was like, well, did you tell her to put her foot on the brake?
And I asked if it was automatic or or standard.
I was kind of wondering if maybe she was impaired, but
yeah.
Come to find out, these newer vehicles will keep it in park. You gotta have a special tool, and there's some of these will have a little spot where you can pop open a little clamp.
Yeah, like a bypass.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
I'm glad you know.
Because we've had
some. I had no idea. Thank you for teaching me.
Yeah. No, and I had to Google it because I had no idea.
That's how we learn a lot of ways.
But it's not good because every vehicle's
That's right.
There was one that was blocking the road in a snowstorm. You could not get it moved.
I believe it.
And it was disabled. I mean, it was just crushed, but we needed to get it into neutral because I couldn't push the vehicle even though it was snow covered.
Right. Everything was locked up.
And then you got heavy snow and traffic coming through, and it was just a nightmare.
Very unsafe situation.
Yeah. So I don't agree. I don't know why they do that.
The whole right to repair thing is a big issue now, right? On the policy front, all of these electronics in the vehicle, I can't even get to it to switch on apart. Pay a lot of money for that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
A lot of things crazy these days. A lot of things crazy. Colorado Springs, and then I have some property in Costilla County.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I'm going to I train Parks and Wildlife Rangers, so I was just up at CPW, 6060 Broadway, closing the deal, right, trying to finalize payment on the deal. Now I have to go down to Fort Garland to pick up the books I wrote that I'm going to use in my class up in Idaho Springs. So, of course, right, I missed the pickup, maybe tomorrow morning, but
You got good scenery, right?
I have my guitar, I put out my shirt, I put some flagging tape out, tried to be safe. I hiked to the edge of the hill to try to put flagging out. I'm sorry to be on the side of your road here.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Hey, guys, that was cool. He complimented my signaling. The state trooper complimented my signaling. Thank you. I did it like search and rescue, like I'm trying to call in a helicopter. And if I had NATO pilots up, which we obviously do, NATO trained pilots, I could put an M, a W, but that means I need a mechanic, and
Interesting.
Who knows? Yes, sir. Thank you for stopping.
Take care. I'll check up on her, but
I appreciate it.
I was the same thing a couple of years ago because I was like, put on brake, put in neutral.
So now there's an indicator, or there's a bypass selection switch.
Yeah.
And use a pin or a screwdriver or.
Yeah, and some of them I couldn't even get. I even Googled it and I still couldn't get it. That's how dangerous that is. Because,
I think so.
If you need it out of the way in emergency, but yet it's locked up in the middle of the road.
That's right.
It's crazy.
About 5 years ago, I lost a transmission coming up towards Eisenhower, coming out of Silverthorne and everything. And a very nice state trooper came up and said, well, you want me to push you? And I said, yes, sir. Yeah. It just took me right off to the side. It was great. I went to work. All right. And I'll clean all this up once we're good to go. I'll clean all this up and, I won't leave a mess on your road. Thank you, sir. Yeah, cool. Good state trooper. Yeah, good state trooper here. The gentleman stopped and was really helpful. I had some questions. And he was telling me that some of these Jeeps have an indicator switch on the gear shift. And you've got to lift off a freaking cover, and then you need to depress a button, and then you can put it into neutral. And the trooper was saying that there was a disabled vehicle on the side of the road in a snowstorm, and they weren't able to get it into neutral to get it off of the road to make the road safe for the other motorists. So he was able to look it up online, and he found different ways for different vehicles that you can go in and you can switch the indicator. Or what would you call that? A bypass selector. you can depress a bypass selector and then move the vehicle. So I didn't know that at all, and this trooper just told me that. So you learn things in different places, random places. And I told him that what the lady told me and what happened, you know. She reported issues related to what? Transmission, couldn't get it in gear, radiator, and battery or starter. And she didn't have a cell phone charger, and she works for the city government. So, thank you. He pulled up and he saw all this and he goes, I don't know if you guys could hear him because he was in the car and I wasn't trying to put the camera right in his face. But he goes, I came up the hill and I was like, damn, I saw the streamers. I saw the cones. I was like, this guy's good. I said, thank you. I set it up like I was trying to signal for search and rescue, you know? So, all right, good police contact. That state trooper was great. He just wanted to come and check on me. And he said, when somebody told him the same thing, you know, he can't get it into gear, he was like, well, did you try putting your foot on the brake, you know, and hitting the gear selector into gear? Did you try doing that? Did you try that? Who knows? All right, so you can see the police officer down there, the state trooper, excuse me, you can see his lights. And he's down there helping that lady, and hopefully she's good to go, you know. Again, we gave her a phone charger. We charged her phone so she could make a call, and we called 911 on her behalf, and we were able to bring in emergency services. Furthermore, we're signaling like wild people over here. We have like disco lights going. We have hazards going. We have the CERT jacket going, you know what I mean? We have extra signaling down here. And we're just trying to get the word out that this is where we're broke down, you know what I mean? Now, what we're not talking about, and I know there are 173 people on here, but every one of them poops. And I'm going to here pretty soon. I don't know where, and I don't know how. But we might have to do that. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that on live stream or what. But somewhere out here, it's very exposed. There's not even a bush to duck behind. So we're going to have to figure out a situation with that. Not that you want to know, but everybody poops. Check out the mountains. Jared Allen, what's up, buddy? And Julie Jordan is here. I love C4 Freedom. That's really cool. And guys, check this out. Pretty good, right? Yeah, we were trying to get somebody to come out and help with that tire, and my insurance company, which is great, USAA is very, very good insurance, and they called me and they conferenced in, they did conference call, and they were able to call the local tire shop, and they refused to switch the tire. They said they would tow me and then sell me a new wheel and a new tire. No, that's not the sheriff. That was a highway patrol. We're on the highway, so that's highway patrol territory. And once we get off the highway, it's sheriff territory. And then when you're in a city, it's police territory, if that makes sense to you guys. And actually, I've gotten to see a couple of military convoys go by, so it's super cool to get to see the convoys, you know? Huh, okay. Boop. A little bit of that. Oh, Roy's in the house? What's up, buddy? Roy, it's great to see you, man. Your car is stuck in park. There's no switch to fix it, but the dashboard has to be taken off, so it's still sitting, all-wheel drive, and you don't want it towed. Drifter Shelly, there's no little, is there like a cover over a place where there might be like a little screwdriver, like a little cover you remove and you can depress a button with like a screwdriver or a pin? That's what the cop was saying, and he was a good state trooper, you know? He was polite, he was direct, and he took the time to run my tags before he left. So he was very professional, you know? And he was thorough, which is good. What's up, Jay Jones? I'm glad that you're in the house. We've got the oopie-whoopie lights going over here. We're letting people know this is where we are. We're trying to be safe. Carol, it's a pretty good view, right? Like, I just want to at least show you visionaries this incredible view. And you know what? You don't always get your way. I really thought that today I was going to get paid based on the contract that I have with the state government that says I was going to get paid in April, a signed letter. And so guys, if they haven't paid me by the day after tomorrow, I'm going to ask you guys to help me call the mayor's office. And we're going to call the citizen support line at the mayor's office. And we're going to ask why one of the Colorado state government agencies is refusing to pay a contract when there's a signed purchase order and there's a signed agreement saying that it would be done in April. Right? And then there have been multiple emails where they said, oh, we're going to get this done. Oh, it's done. Oh, we're going to get this done. And it just hasn't been done. So I understand there are processes and things like that, but I offered them a discounted rate if they prepaid before a certain date. That way I would know exactly when I was going to get paid and I could mitigate the risk associated to being paid associated with being paid randomly. Yeah, thanks, Kathy. So I'll let you guys know in 2 days. Tomorrow I'm teaching. They told me by the end of the day today I was going to get an email saying that, you know, they had approved the payments. I had to drive 4 hours and walk my ass into their office today with a tucked in shirt. And I don't like tucking my shirt in, but I tucked it in. And I went in there, wore nice clean shoes, nice clean belt. I bought new blue jeans. I had they weren't real nice. I had, Wrangler blue jeans, but, I had clean clothes when I went in there. I even smelled good. Showered this morning. And they told me, they gave me a line, and then they didn't follow through again. So at the very least, they know that it's causing financial risk for a veteran, especially related to housing, and they're ignoring it. They also know that the terms of the agreement mean they have to pay it, and they're just ignoring that. So who knows, folks? What are we going to do? I'll tell you what, right now, though, my phone's starting to die. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to charge a backup charger. I'm going to plug this in for a couple of minutes. I hate to sit in this truck because look what's coming down the road at all times. That's what's always coming down the road, guys. So even sitting in here is pretty risky. Ay caramba. All right, everybody be cool. We're gonna put the cowboy hat over here. Everybody be cool. I gotta put you over here for a second. Whoop. All right, hang out for a couple seconds. All right, so you're looking at this because my mount ripped off here, so this mount's done. I have to get a new mount to pop up here for you guys. I'm gonna hop into the back, into one of my backpacks, and I'm gonna grab chargers. So y'all look at my butt, and I'll be there in a second. All right. Anybody figure out what this is? It's an, no. These are the things that go on the inside of the CPR mannequins. You squeeze them like that. All right, and I think that this is the backpack where, is this one or the other one? Crap, might be in the other one, guys, sorry. One more time. Try not to knock this thing off the jacks by moving around. Okay, all right. So do it right. I think this is going to be good. And here's an extra charging battery, so I'm going to get this little sucker plugged in right you here, right you now. Get on down and help. And then this is, this one has to be better to charge this phone, I think, for now. All right. Cool, now I've got you charging. I might have to sit here for a little bit and talk to you guys. It's not like it's the first time that we've been in the truck talking together, and looks like I can only charge one of those at once, unless I can get, yeah, because this is a USB-C. Not helpful. Not very helpful. All right, what can you do? All right, I'm just gonna charge the phone, I guess, for now. We'll try to get this charged up. I would love to charge this one with my USB-C, but I gave it to that lady, who I'm sure is just a nice lady who happened to break down. But I gave her my charger because I'm a nice guy. Nice guys, that doesn't help you much being a nice guy. That doesn't help you get ahead, I'll tell you that. All right, I need some kind of, I need a splitter, right? All of mine are like C to Apple or C to C. And I only have one USB-C outlet down here, you know what I mean? I only have one USB-C outlet. The other one's like, C, whatever. This one's regular old USB. So, I don't know. That's what I'm stuck with. It's like the Android connection. So I can't charge both of these at once, which would have been awesome. Would have been great. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Maybe I'll be able to charge up enough right here. Okay. Oh, T-Lin says, praying for you, John. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. This is a total random video. I was just a little bit stuck on the side of the road. I had a tire blow out really hard. It's the first time I've ever had a blowout. Oh, the cop's gone. And she's still up there with her hazards on. Yeah, the police officer left, but she's still there with her hazards, it looks like. Maybe there's some weird overdrive thing or whatever. Or maybe yeah, I don't see police lights up there. I see them way up. I just see the Jeep and her hazards, so who knows? I hope she's okay, right? Hope it all works out. If you want to send me an email, yeah, thank you, Jackie, for putting that up there. That's awesome. We need to just update everybody. I don't know if you heard, but I heard from Tony at TQ Trucking. I'm wearing the hat, right? Whenever I'm wrenching, I usually have a TQ hat on, right? Of course, to show that respect. And I heard from him that Mike, right? Shelly and Mike, that Mike, like Bobby's, essentially like foster father, Mike, isn't going to dialysis anymore. I heard that he's doing a lot better, which is a miracle. So thank God. Let's just say a prayer together. If you want, if you don't want to, mute it. You know what I mean? Or change the channel or something. But just quick prayer if you can help me. Let's put prayers down for Mike and Shelly. Butch also had pneumonia. He's been getting over pneumonia a little bit. So if we can put some prayers out for Butch, and if we can send prayers for Sylvia, you know, we want to send prayers for Sylvia, who's working through very difficult health challenges. You may or may not know, silly for him means silly for Jesus, right? A fool for him, fool for Christ. Sylvia is working through health-related challenges because after 9/11, she went to New York City and volunteered on the ground feeding firefighters for 30 days. And she breathed in all of that dust, and it's now clogging up her heart and her lungs with CHF and other conditions. So we want to send our love and prayers for Sylvia. I know my hair's bad. Sorry, guys. I take my hat off when I pray. I want to say some prayers with me. That's what we're going to do. Dear God, thank you so much for all of the visionaries who gave me this Bible, Lord God, which I'm proud to read and carry with me. We love you, God, and we praise you. All right, we're here to do your will, to put good into the world. We pray that you'll tear down those who would come to us with evil in their hearts and evil intentions, Lord. Tear them down. Please be with Mike and with Shelly. Thank you so much for all that they've done, and thank you for Tony and Lisa, right? And please be with Butch. Help him recover. And please be with Sylvia and Gary. Help Sylvia recover. Lord, I ask that you just be with these visionaries wherever they are in the country or in the world. Let them know that they're not alone. Let them know through your grace that you support and love them. And please continue to empower all of us in our good work in your name. Amen. All right, that's where I'm at. I probably could have done better if I prepared it a little bit, but that's what I'm saying, you know? And thank you for the opportunity to learn that I didn't have the right spare tire. And thank you for not having me lose my stuff, because I can't go and get my books and then go up and teach a class and be like sleeping in the town where I'm going to teach a class. Now we're going to do like a long drive. All night, we're going to be driving. And tomorrow morning, we're going to be driving, it seems like. So what can you do? Thank you guys for praying with me. Appreciate that. If you're not super religious, that's cool. I'm not real religious. I think that a lot of kind of bad things, a lot of stuff has happened in the name of religion. Like, I don't know. We don't have to go into it, right? But like some things that happen with some Catholic priests and some like little kids, and some things like the Inquisition, you know. A lot of bad things have been done in the name of religion. Check this out, guys. Here's a Mexican car train going to Mexico. 1, 2, 3, all together. See? They take these down to Mexico 3 in a row. They stack them up 3 in a row. And they take them all down to Mexico. No plates on them, no taxes, nothing like that. Yeah, Sherry, I remember somebody named Dixie from the convoy. Yes. I'll try to give you guys a good view out here so you don't just have to look at me, you know. Oh, Shelly. Oh, Shelly's on the chat, guys. Thank you, Shelly. Awesome to hear from you, Shelly. And the truck's doing great. I know I messed up the first time with the paint because I didn't take it to like a professional auto paint store and get them to read the paint code and then match it. But I got their spots all cleaned up. That all looks the same color. I got the leaf spring done. Got the headlights cleaned up some. You know, got the oil change, got a new filter on there. What else have we done recently? Replaced the reservoir for the coolant. I think you might have known about that one. So we're getting there. It's almost time to bring it back to you. I was hoping that these little financial things would have been done already and be able to bring you the car or the truck back. But it might just take a little bit and then we'll get it to you. All right? So we have to check up on Shelly's arm, on Mike's health. Shelly, can you give us an update on Mike? Enough about the truck. How are you? I'm doing good. I've been thinking about you. My other phones are totally destroyed and I can't turn them on. So I don't have people's numbers. Shelly, I've been thinking about you and Mike a lot. Probably should have just reached out to Lisa and said, can you give me Shelly's number, or Tony? Because I have Tony's number tattooed on my arm now. How's Mike doing? Is he doing better? Is it true what we heard? I'm sorry, guys, to just kind of derail and go over to Shelly, but obviously she's really important to me and to the channel. Mike's really important to me. They've done so much of this work. You know, I did a tie rod too. That was the other thing that I did. And ball joints. And a sway bar. All right, we're getting it. Big prayers for Shelly. Good, I'm looking. Our pastor's wife says if we need to include insurance for something happening to a child, it better include bail money. Our church is amazing. That's what your pastor said. It's good that if you have a good church, right? If you have good people, you have a good community, you have a good church. And a lot of country churches are great. A lot of city churches are great. And they provide communities. And those communities often believe in doing good and want to go out and do good together for others. And that's a good thing. You know, that's a good thing. Sometimes it can go different ways depending on where the church is and who's going there, right? Maybe some of you have been to a church where, like, if you're not wearing the right kind of suit, people sort of look at you like this, or if you wear the wrong kind of tie, they're like, look at this guy, or whatever, right? These things happen. Okay. Lisa Thomas is in the house too. So we have Lisa Thomas in the house. Lisa, you saw me torquing down freaking head bolts. You know what I mean? I was torquing down head bolts on a semi-truck, and now you see me like a dummy because I didn't measure the spare tire wheel size, and the inside of the wheel is like a 1/4 inch too small to fit on my hub. Somebody said it might be a Chevy wheel that I'm trying to get on there, so that's a little bit of an issue. The other tire completely exploded, and it exploded in such a way that it ripped apart the side of the truck. Shelly says Mike's doing well. He's improving every day. Praise God. That's a big deal. Thank God that you're both doing better. You were working it. I was torquing it. I don't know if I was twerking or torquing, but I was getting those bolts tight. You know, I was getting them tight. What a weirdo. Shelly, we're so happy for Mike. I'm so happy that Mike's doing better. That's really good. I hope your arm's doing better. And I know that you've been doing a tremendous amount, giving a tremendous amount of love and work to help support Mike. And Mike, I'm stoked to hear you're doing well, man. You're going to be ripping that Harley around in no time, I'm sure. What am I seeing here? We've been going to healing services, and Mike got baptized at the end of last month. That's right. That's right. And now he's off of the dialysis. Okay. He's doing better. Okay. Praise God. That's a huge deal. Thank you, visionaries, for all of your thoughts, prayers, and support. Right? Don't think that we don't have power as a community, right? Message is getting out for sure. And people are waking up. And people would come up to me in the restaurant and they'd be like, they would just walk into the restaurant and be like, I want to shake the hand of the man that's got that white Dodge, because I had it marked up. Hunter's laptop on the back, lies to cover up treason. And I know that we don't, talk. This guy's coming pretty close. All right, anyway, whatever. We're going to talk about it. Lies to cover up treason. What do I mean by that? I mean that 51 intelligence officers lied to you before the election. They said that Hunter's laptop scandal was fake and Russian disinformation. And now they're saying that it's real. And if you Google Hunter Biden cocaine, you'll see wonderful articles about crack cocaine use and Hunter Biden. One of my favorite stories is actually published in his memoir. And he was in Arizona. He decided to go on a 3-day crack cocaine bender. He went into a homeless camp to buy the crack. Then he starts smoking crack in the rental car, crashes the rental car, abandons it. Right? American assets have to go rescue him. When they go into the rental car, they find lines of cocaine, piles of crack, and they find his deceased brother's attorney general badge in the rental car. So not only did he lose a laptop, but he also lost his deceased brother's badge. And if you just look up Hunter Biden hookers, you'll see he spent $30,000 on working ladies, in a period of like 5 months. And that's a lot. It's a lot of expenditure, He's the president's son. He has more money and access than almost anyone in the world, right? And you can't get laid? You got to pay for that? All right, I'm just saying. Come on. Anyway. Also, he took $11 million from people from multiple countries, foreign nationals, including foreign nationals who are from America's biggest competitors, Russia and China. So lots of dirty money, lots of crack cocaine, lots of hookers. And it's also said that there was another device that was lost. So multiple devices that have been lost. So I just want to put that out there since we have so many people on here. I'd love to have some of you guys Google that. Hunter Biden laptop cover up or treason or, take a look at it. And then you tell me, are you okay with that? Are you okay with, and here's the biggest kicker. The Secret Service, right, is funded by you and me. Our taxes pay for the Secret Service. So the Secret Service and their guns and their vehicles and all that are protecting Hunter Biden while he does crack deals. I don't know if any of you have ever done a drug deal, but it would have been a lot safer if you had the Secret Service's weapons and electronics protecting you, right? Would have been a lot safer. So we're paying for the Secret Service to pull armed and electronic security for Hunter Biden while he does crack and hookers in his best effort to represent the United States, no doubt. I'm just saying. Crazy, right? I'm just saying. So I think Hunter Biden is dragging Joe Biden down, but I was watching Newsmax the other night. Did any of you guys watch Newsmax? Anybody watch? Pretty good channel. I was watching Newsmax and they do like the Biden bloopers or the Biden files or something. And just watching the president try to come up with sentences and try to read the things in front of him. I thought it was pretty interesting. That was pretty interesting to watch that. So you should all go and collect that data for yourselves and see if you think the president is an articulate man. Additionally, I watched a quote of President Biden on Newsmax stating that he has cancer. He said the oil refineries in Delaware where he grew up were spitting oil out. When it rained, there would be an oil slick on the windshield. And he said that's why everybody else and I have cancer. So Biden said he has cancer. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a hell of a thing to say on television. Hell of a thing to say. I don't know if you guys have seen that before. It's beyond, what's that comment? Kathy, it's beyond sickening and it seems no one else can stop any of it. And that's right. It feels like that. But this channel, even with the shadow banning, you guys know we went from, right now we have 161 people on. That's great, right? We've had 170 something people on. I'd love it if you guys could hit the like button, if you could share this, right? If you could get the word out. Yeah, 2 days ago, I think it was 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I did a pretty good video wrenching with Butch. And there's some political stuff in the middle, pretty good political chunk. If you go back earlier in this video, you're going to see a thank you letter from an American general. I show you the thank you letter and then I read it. So you can see the thank you letter from General Clark. And if anybody from the United States military is watching, or if anybody from the general staff sees this, thank you so much. It was so motivating to receive that letter from General Clark. And I just, in good faith, reached out. I sent copies of my book. I sent a handwritten letter. And the general wrote back with a very kind letter. I received another letter from a general as well, a handwritten letter from a 2-star general, Major General Fullhard. And I can actually read that to you guys right now if you want, okay? Let's see. See if I can find the letters from the generals. Here's one. Okay. And I read that one. And I'll read it again. I'll show you guys these letters. And I'll show you that even if the Biden administration hates us, the true professionals, the real leaders, right? The military officers are supporting us. And I have a lot of friends who are military officers. You know that I was in the military. A lot of you were in the military. I'm obviously balancing this phone like I'm lower enlisted military right now. I need 8 of us to do this. All right, 4 of us to pull security. My hands are a little bit dirty. Usually I don't open this with dirty hands, but I just want to show you. That says Virginia Tech Office of the Commandant. The Commandant is Major General Fullhart. This is his stationery. It says Ut Prosum, which means that I may serve. I went to Virginia Tech and was in a commissioning program there. All right, D06. I am the law, and this is the house of pain, if there are any Delta boys out there. Anyway, handwritten letter from the general. Handwritten letter from a general which says thank you to me. It's not a false accusation. They're not suppressing my constitutional rights. It says, John, thanks for the recent package with books and letters. We'll be sure to share them across the team. Best regards. And then he signs it and wrote Commandant under it. Pretty nice general letter, you know. A lot of people who try to tear us down, a lot of these Antifa guys, they don't have thank you letters from generals. I'll tell you that right now. They do not have any thank you letters from generals. They don't do anything to help the country. They try to tear down the country. We help the country, okay? Here's another example. This is from the superintendent of the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, okay? In Colorado Springs. So, where I just was. And this is beautiful stationery. This is a 3-star general. The last one was just a 2-star general. So this one says, Dear Mr. Dobbins, thank you for sending your recently published U.S. School of Survival Field Manual. I can certainly see that you research your subject well and have many valuable insights on a variety of topics ranging from preparation to leading scenario training. I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors, and thank you for sharing your passion and purpose with the Air Force Academy. Sincerely, Lieutenant General Richard M. Clark, Superintendent. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. Thank you, generals. I really appreciate it. It's my privilege and honor to continue to serve the United States of America. And whether that's teaching search and rescue, wilderness emergency medicine, or whether that's standing up for our freedoms, which have been continuously eroded over time, I'm your guy, and I'm going to continue to do that. And I appreciate your recognition and support. It really did mean a lot to me. Thank you. And you did not make a bad choice by doing that, because all I'm simply saying is, if it was you, General, or if it was one of your officers in your command, or if it was one of your officers' men, they would lose their command like this. If they were going out and buying crack cocaine, going on multi-day benders, losing laptops with state secrets, accepting bribes from our most deadly competitors, all right, our most freaking wealthy, well-positioned and deadly competitors like Russia and China. You're out of your mind. If the freaking Secret Service is paying to provide armed security while he's doing crack, whose side do you want to be on? The side of the person who teaches government and civilians on search and rescue, or the side of the people who do crack and hookers in an effort to represent the presidency as well as possible in the United States, right? Okay, so good decision. All right, guys, I don't know if you guys knew that, but I wanted to show you it's really good for the channel, right? Because they've shadow banned us. I've never received a strike. Never one time have I received a strike on YouTube, but we're shadow banned. We went from, 30,000 views on a video, like a college football stadium worth of people every time we turn the phone on, to these core and incredible and motivated visionaries who I'm so proud to share time with right now. You guys, you at home. If you hear me and see me, I'm talking about you, and you mean the world to me, right? And we all have to remind each other that we have this power, that we are impactful, that we are good people, right? Despite what some folks would have us think about ourselves, You can't let those people tear you down. That's what I'm saying. All right, now let me see what you guys are saying in here. Let me come back to your world. Shelly, you weren't getting notifications. Guys and girls, please tell me right now if you did not get notifications. I've sent YouTube multiple messages asking why people are subscribed but don't get messages, including moderators, and they just ignore my messages to them. I've asked if I could have an opportunity to argue against the shadow ban, and they just don't respond. They just ignore me. So I'm going to sue YouTube. I've been wanting to get these lawsuits out in the last couple of weeks, and I've had a high level of flux, right? I told you about Airbnb. If you have a pistol in Airbnb and a spy camera sees you, the people in Colombia who work for Airbnb, who took Americans' jobs because they'll do it for nothing, can evict you, right? Even if you're the only one in the building, they can throw you out, okay? So it's messed up, I'm just saying, all right? Let me see what else you guys are saying. Saying congrats, saying that's awesome, thank you, really appreciate that. Yes, you watch Newsmax. Lenore, good to go. I see you right there. Shelly says didn't get notifications. Shelly, I do want to talk to you. I will get your number from Lisa and Tony, and we'll make that happen right away. And I'll put it in a little book. I'm carrying a little book now that has all the numbers because I have like 4 phones, and 3 won't turn on anymore. And this one doesn't have a removable SIM card, so, I know I'm stuck. Anyway, what's wrong with the spare tire? Roy, the center part that goes around the hub is a 1/4 inch too small. People think it's a Chevrolet wheel. So it's a 16-inch rim, but the center of the rim doesn't fit over my hub, so I can't put that wheel on. If I had like a pry bar, I could rip the tire off of one rim, try to get it on the other, use the inflator to fill it up. You think I could use the back of the hammer to do that? I don't really know. I've seen people break the tires off of rims. I learned that at TQ Trucking, but they had a big ass pry bar to yank on these things, okay? Let me read some more of your comments. Thanks for your service, X-Ray. Thank you very much. Stetson Traveler is in the house, guys. Stetson Traveler rolled with us on a convoy when we were going out to meet up with the main convoy, and it was really fun to get to ride with him. Hey, I still have the card for your son. It's in the bag that I put in the storage unit, but I still have the card in memory of your son, and just showing respect to your family and to him. He was serving his country. Thank you so much I'm so sorry for what happened, and we honor you and your family for that sacrifice for our freedom, which we are continuing to stand up for, despite what others would want us to do. So Stetson Traveler's an awesome guy. He has a YouTube channel. You guys should check it out. I'm going down to pick up the books. I had to go up to Colorado Parks and Wildlife and talk to them about why they haven't paid me since April. That's 4 hours this way, and I had to go 4 hours back this way to get the books for the class tomorrow, and I gotta drive 3 or 4 hours up into the mountains for the class tomorrow morning at 10. So I just have to get up into the mountains by tomorrow morning at 10. I might have to say screw it on the books, which is really frustrating because I really want those. I wanted to be able to use the books in the class. And now the place where I had them sent is obviously closed now. They're not going to open in time for me to get them in the morning. This has sure created a little bit of a situation. You know what I mean? So what can you do? We're sitting here with a blown out tire waiting to try to figure out what we're going to do. And that woman, that Jeep is still up there ahead of us. She's still on the side of the road, it looks like. I don't know what her problem is, but there she is. Maybe she told the cop. I don't know what she told the cop, but she's still there and the cop's gone. So it's weird, right? It's only a couple 100 yards. They can see me from where they are. She walked up here. If you go back in the video, that woman walked up here. She said she lives down there and works down there in Trinidad, but she somehow came way north of our position and then passed us going southbound towards where she worked all day and where she lives. Okay. But then she passed me and a few 100 yards later broke down and pulled over, walked those several 100 yards up to a random man she's never met in her life and stated that she works for the city government, but she doesn't have a cell phone charger. She also stated that the problem at first was related to a radiator. It went boom, she said, and I said it didn't really blow up. And she said, well, it's leaking a little bit. I said, do you want fluid? I have radiator fluid. And she goes, no, I have some. I put it in. I go, did it leak all over your feet? And she was like, a little bit. And I was like, you're good. You need to drive right now. And then she goes, oh, well, I can't get the vehicle to start. It just goes, bah, 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 bah. What kind of vehicle do you have? And she's like, oh, it's a Jeep Rubicon. I was like, you've got a Jeep Rubicon, and you say it's a radiator issue, but she said the temperature never went up. So if the temperature doesn't go up, she goes, oh, I think the gauge is broken. Yeah, I don't know. Then she said she had starting issues. She just wandered around here for a while, and she asked me to call 911 for her, and then while we were on the phone with 911, said maybe I could just call AAA. And it's like, Yeah, like maybe we could have just called them instead of taxing the emergency response network, right? Which is a waste. Anyway, I'm just saying. All right, let me scroll back up and see what you guys are doing. Looks like some of you guys get notifications. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Joel? 509 Gamer in the house. Cool. Don't remember your Cash App or Venmo. I think I'm all right. I think that the state's going to pay me, and I think I've got a buddy coming here with a tire for me. I thought I might have seen that buddy by now, but he might be in a tight spot himself. Who knows? Maybe he blew a tire coming up here. It's going to be pretty late. Hold on, I'm gonna switch out of here for a second, and I'll come right back. All right, so I'm just going to close this, and I'll come right back. 2 hours from where he is. I hope he's all right. I have a headlamp here. It's starting to get dark out, you know, but we'll be okay. It's locked. There you go. So headlamp is fully charged. I should be all right. I'll show you some more sunset before we lose that. It's a pretty nice sunset, folks. And you can see the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, Spanish Peaks up here. And it's not bad. It's a pretty nice place to be broken down if you have to be broken down. I'll pop out real quick and I'll show you what's up. Stetson Traveler. I was heading down to southern Colorado to get the books. And then I've got to go up to off of I-70 in the mountains to teach. This is my problem. This is my blowout right here. Really massive blowout. Really bad. I have orange flagging tape all over the road. Streamers tied to posts. Just trying to notify people that I'm freaking broke down over here. This is the tire where this doesn't fit around this, which has caused my massive issue, causes me to be stuck. So I was able to lower the tire down, right? I was able to jack up the vehicle. That's up, not off. I was able to jack the vehicle up and get ready to go right here, guys. So I put 2 on so it wouldn't wobble or fall. You know, people have certainly died from vehicles falling without jack stands. So this is my issue. Look what happened when the tire blew up. When that tire right there exploded, when it blew out, making that alligator all over the road, you know. And yeah, I measured it. I took the measuring tape and made sure. I was like, why in the world won't fit? This is metal. And look what happened when all this blew out. And so this broke off of here. I'm going to have to reconnect this. I have some like wiring, some baling wire that you guys have given me. So I'm going to be able to use that, I think, to try to lock it in. I'm starting to get kind of cold. Sun's going down. Temperature's going to drop 30 degrees here in the desert. So we're in a little bit of a survival situation. Even though we're on the side of the road, this is what's behind me. So I'm just like out on the prairie by the mountains with the whoopee light flashing, talking to the visionaries because it would have been really boring otherwise. We did play a little guitar. I was sitting out here just playing, jamming on the side of the road, and everybody who drove by was like, look at that, double taking on me. So I'm going to put on a sweatshirt real quick. I'm going to put you guys in the guitar. Be cool. All right, sweet. So this sweatshirt comes from a company in Colorado. It's called Melanzana, Melanzana, Melanzana. And they're handmade in Colorado. Men and women are up in Leadville, Colorado, and they sew these. It's a synthetic material. It's really warm. And it's really light. It's really soft. It's like the softest sweatshirt I've ever owned. It's awesome. Really good hood, and check it out. It's for your outdoor athletes when you're on the river. And this can come in and you can just pop your goggles right there. So it's one of the only and one of the first companies that developed like the high face protection. And all my river guides wear these, you know what I mean? The river guides love these. All right, sorry, my hair's all messed up and stuff. But yeah, this is where I am. So I'm kind of in a survival situation in that I'm in the desert by the mountain by myself, you know? I think we might have a visionary on the way or 2 visionaries on the way to help. One I talked to about 3 hours ago, and I don't want to call him and rush him. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, hey, are you coming or what? You know, that's not what you do to the guy when you broke down on the side of the road, you know, trying to figure out what it's going to be. That's not what you do. So we have to wait a little bit longer. And then I'll try to touch base and shit, if that doesn't work, I guess this is where I'm sleeping. But if that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to enact a plan before morning to get a tire on this thing, you know? Oh, there's a truck coming, so I'm gonna move over to the side. All right, who can tell me what is the trucker slang term for that kind of trailer? What do you call that trucker? What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he hauling? How do you call him? All right, let me scroll up and see your comments too. Lisa Thomas, prayers for healing from Sherry. Good, thanks, Sherry. And Lisa, how's your leg? How are you moving around? Time for AAA, no way. I got better than AAA coming. I need like a new wheel and tire. Or I need like a giant pry bar to rip one tire off of this wheel and put it on this other wheel. And I have a air compressor, so I can fill it up. But I think what I really need is a new wheel and tire. And I think somebody's on their way with one. We had a plan. Now, whether it's going to work or not, I don't know. This person said he knows where I am. And he's working his way down here. And I sure am looking forward to seeing him. You know? Because if this doesn't work, I'm not real sure how I'm going to get up to my training class, which is over there. See those mountains? I have to go down here, over the pass, behind those mountains, and over there. And that's where I'm going to end up tomorrow to teach. You donated to the VA hospital. That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. That's a tough organization. I actually donated to the Air Force Academy chapel. They're rebuilding the chapel, and you can donate online. And I donated to that. I think it's great that that they're rebuilding, you know, doing some work on that chapel. And Butch's dad, guys, actually was a welder, and he welded the roof on the Air Force Academy chapel, and he welded the blast doors on NORAD here in Colorado as well, which is pretty interesting, you know. She may be waiting for you to come and get your charger. No way. I told her it was all hers. You know, she's down there. You can see her, that she's still down there, but the police officer left her. See her hazards on the side of the road down there? She's still down there on the side of the road. And again, anytime I check into a hotel or walk into a store, immediately people show up and then just like mill about and don't do anything. Like they didn't come there to do something and then do it. They show up and they mill about and do nothing. All the time. So, you know, maybe she just did break down. Maybe she did. Maybe that's what's up. You know, maybe it was induced. Maybe it occurred randomly. Sorry, guys. I really do need to charge this. I need to charge my truck battery to get the alternator going. And yeah, if you guys look here, I do have some lights on. I'll tell you about those. So this one on the left, brakes, ABS, brake light. I think I need my rear brakes done. My front brakes are still pretty good. And then it looks like there's an airbag light right here. And that's because the seat is broken. The seat blew out on the bottom and the seatbelt light. So I'm not wearing my seatbelt right now. I want to try to give you guys a good sunset mountain view here while we can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's coming. Yeah, Shelly, my tire exploded hard. I mean, I heard it blow. I heard a boom, and then but definitely a pop. Something big happened to that tire, and you saw how bad the damage was, and then the damage to like the fender of the truck. How did that even happen? How did it even happen? I have no idea. Thank you guys for saying you hope that the tire shows up soon. I hope so too. People are ripping by pretty good over here, so being on the side of the road and trying to do work, this is a pretty dangerous one. That's why I put out all the orange flagging tape, and I put out the cones, and I'm just trying to be as safe as possible, because this is really a pretty dangerous situation. I am sitting in the truck to charge my phone, and to charge the battery here, I'm just letting the truck run a little bit so I can just watch the alternator running up, and we're good now. But I don't want to, and I did unhook one of the batteries. Only one of the batteries is plugged in right now, so hopefully what I'll be able to do is run one battery for the lights, the hazards, and the whoopie lights to keep us safe on the side of the road, and then we'll run the other battery to start the truck when we go to leave, whenever that is. So, yeah, you know. Whoa, Denise Green says she has 22 family members in the Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines. Marines are her favorite. That's right. Get some. Very good. I'm glad to hear that. No, honestly, I don't remember my Cash App. It's Convoy X-Ray or X-Ray Convoy. I don't know. The opposite of my email. What's my email? Convoy X-Ray? I think my other one is X-Ray Convoy. My Cash App, my Venmo, and all that. I think you can find it that way. So thank you very much. That's very kind of you guys. If you do want to support the channel, that's not something that I'm necessarily making this about or asking for, right? I am certainly waiting to get paid on a contract with a state government agency, which is frustrating. But what can you do? You know what I mean? What can you do? What can you do? You can look at the beautiful scenery, you know, and imagine that you're in Colorado with me, stuck on the side of the road. Y'all are sitting right there. There's your cowboy hat. Wear the hat, you wear the cowboy. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate it. That's right. We're just trying to put the word out, and thank you guys so much for coming in and for checking me out. I really appreciate it. My buddy is bringing me a wheel and a tire, I think. He suggested bringing one down. He thinks that he has one that's going to work, but maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Vicky says she's 14 hours away. Vicky, I don't know. I mean, I might need a ride tomorrow morning to get up to the training. We might have to have the truck towed or something. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll call my buddy here in the next few minutes. You guys think we should do that? Try to give a call and see what we're gonna do? I don't know. Lisa Thomas says I'm walking to help you out. And I appreciate that, Lisa. Thank you so much. I know you always have my back. Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys, I hope you can hear me still, right? Still part of this fun. Okay, here comes some people pretty close. That's another Mexican car train. Look, 3 of them in a row. They tie 3 cars together and they drive south on 25 to Mexico. So I can get a tow to the next town. My insurance will tow me. And I can do that if I need to. Okay, my insurance can cover me if I need to. But then I've got to find a tire shop and I've got to get something on here now in the middle of the night, which probably isn't going to happen. It's a little bit risky to try to get that done in the middle of the night. We're probably not going to see a lot of success there. I've got to teach in the morning. I've got to be in the mountains in the morning. There's a Mexican car train. See the 3 of them going by? They're running at night too to get down the road right there. That's it, Mexican car train. I'm in the wrong place. You're telling me. I sure am having a fun evening. I'm really glad that I get to spend it with you. Judith said it. She's like, you're having a fun one, huh, buddy? Stormtroopers in the house. Cool. What's up, man? Yeah, I'll call him in a little bit. I think it's interesting that Jeep is still down there with their hazards on. See on the side of the road, just right next to me, that Jeep's down there. Whatever. She walked up here and hung around. If you go back in the video, you'll see that lady, you know, came up here and like walked around for a while. Everybody's saying call him. See how far away. Call him. Kathy says, I'm in Ohio. Oh, yeah, I am behind. Sorry, let me catch up, guys. Somebody's really smart. Peace. All right, find out his ETA. That's what they're saying. All right, I'm caught up now. Gary Wade's back, so the world is better. There goes a semi. All right, you want me to get on the radio here? Let's call him out. Oh, it's not even plugged in. Police should be pulling those car trains over. I know. They don't pay taxes. They run all the way down there and register them in Mexico if they register them at all. Yeah, I think Gary Wade, I think that she was definitely like a private investigator or, you know, CPW, State of Colorado investigator or DHS investigator. Because it happens everywhere I go, you know. And they stand out because they have the green parks passes taped on their windshield usually. One of the groups, right? The other group stands out because they come flying up behind me. There's no one in my rearview mirror, right, for miles on these long straight roads. And then as soon as they get near me, they stop and just go the same exact speed behind me or in my blind spot. So instead of just passing like normal. So, you know. Oh, no problem. You can spell my name however you want. Thank you. But who knows, guys? It was weird, right? And what's up? Tamara Root came in. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the house. Glad that you're here. Yeah, I was missing, but guys, go look at your videos. I actually posted a video of the French Revolution that's happening right now, and the French people actually stormed their own stock exchange and lit fires inside of it. So I did like a screenshot video of that for you. If you go to my channel and click videos, you'll see the French Revolution where they burned their stock exchange, and not only did they light fires in the stock exchange, but they were also, I guess you guys can't even really see me. I'd have to turn a darn light on, but I want to save the light for when my buddy gets here, you know what I mean? It's getting kind of dark, so I'm just going to point you out the window up here so we don't have to do the whole flashlight in the face thing. Let you see the mountains. How about that? Mountains are okay? All right, what was I just saying? Bring me back. What was I just telling you about? That's what I get. I got distracted with the picture. Oh, wow. Rodney Andrews says, call your friend. I'm 3.5 hours away. I can bring you a spare. Rodney just said, I'm 3.5 hours away from you, but I could bring you a spare. My God. Thank you so much. It was very nice of you to say that. It's a testament to our community. I think right now I'm good. I'll call my buddy, I guess, in Fest 10. Am I a cop? I'm not a cop. But there's a guy named Blanky, but I train cops, 1. And 2, there's a man named Blanky who gave me this light. And whether you know or not, Blanky's a hell of a trucker. And I'm talking about Tommy Trucker Little Blanky. All right, Little Blanky gave me this light, and I've been running it while I have messages on the back. And if you go watch the video where I'm wrenching with Butch, we also go on a convoy, right? And I have the messaging all over the windows. I show you guys the messaging. And this is something that you can do, right? Let me tell you right now, if you're upset about something, you know, that's going on in our country, right, or in this world, what you can do is just put a message on your vehicle and then put a light on, or just put the message on your vehicle and drive around in the busiest areas of your city or town to wake people up and catch them off guard with your messaging. Now, don't write a damn paragraph. Don't write a lot of words. And don't write small. You write big, easy to read, slap them in the mouth words. So when they drive by, they do what? And they read it. And they get the message. It's got to be true. It has to be something that they can Google right away, that they can see and that they can know in a second. So if you watch my last live stream where I'm wrenching with Butch, we go on a convoy and I explain to you exactly how you can do this, all right? So that's something that's at your disposal. Furthermore, there are videos, French Revolution, where they build a wall on the highway to protest. And then furthermore, they go in and burn the stock exchange. And you can access those videos on my channel under videos. And then you can also go into live streams and you can watch me wrenching on a semi-truck. Butch was training me on it. What did we do? We put the Jake brakes on. We set the timing on the injection pump. We set the timing on the injection pump. Before we put the Jake brakes on, we installed fuel injectors. So I got to help Butch install fuel injectors, put the Jake brakes on, torque the head bolts, set the timing on the injection pump, and what else did we do? We put the front cover on, and we put a new front gasket seal on. So I got to do all that with Butch, and it was a lot of fun. So thank God Tony had already taught me some of this stuff. Tony and Jeremy and Cody and Lisa, you know, and Amanda over at TQ were kind enough to let me learn a little bit while I was over there. They provided a lot of wonderful support, and they also taught me a lot, which I really appreciated. Okay. And if you want to talk about, I see that Sets of Traveler says the cook. If you're ever in Indiana on a Thursday, you should go see Lisa Thomas for Biscuits and Gravy. It's the best biscuits and gravy in the country. Be advised. All right. No, I'm not teaching anywhere near here. I'm going to be teaching up in the mountains west of Denver on I-70. I'm going to be up in the high mountains up at probably 10,000 feet, 9 or 10,000 feet. So I'll try to do a live stream with you guys up there, okay? Yeah, Great Sand Dunes are just like over there, over these mountains and back that way towards Blanca Peak. All right, here comes the semi. Let's get him. He gone. You can see how fast they come by. They're very close, right? Yeah, there is another French Revolution, and if you've ever seen Les Miserables, that's about the French Revolution. The song Red and Black, red, the color of angry men, black, the dark of ages past. You probably heard it. It has a lot to do with what's going on, you know, around the world. We're seeing this stuff happen around the world. Oh, you saw the live with my mom, Pamela. Yeah, she makes these crafts where she takes oyster shells. Oh, here comes an oversized load. Oh, shit. I don't know what he's hauling, but that's a wide load right there, guys. That's a pretty wide load. Yeah, I had this light. C4 Freedom is correct. I did have this light on the convoy. Exactly right. My mom makes these crafts with oyster shells, and she does like painting on them. Infested works 10 hours a day. That's right, buddy. Hard-working man. We appreciate the American working men and women on this channel. A lot of respect for the American working men and women. Oh, Vicky, you've been to the dunes. Cool. Shelly says, I have the window decals with your book cover. All right, guys, here's my buddy. He's here. My friend came in his... All right, guys, here's my buddy. He's here. My friend came in his brand new truck. So I'm broke down. We've got tires blown out. We got the side messed up. And my friend drove all the way here to help me. Watch out, watch out. And my friend drove all the way here to help me. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Wait, wait, wait. Anybody ever see this guy before? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Come on, thank you, sir.
You owe me a piece of ass.
I'll get you a piece of ass, and you might have just found a renter. No. Thank you so much, Butch, for coming all the way out here, for driving hours in the middle of the night. I got it, buddy. I got it. Yeah.
I was going to bring the gray pickup.
Yeah.
Because it's got a spare under it.
Yeah.
I thought, boy, that'd be easy. John can get the spare.
Yes, sir.
Crawled under there and went thump, that fucker's flat.
Oh,
This one
no.
looks
Okay.
like the motor on. But this, you can't buy a tire for this wheel.
Okay. That's a hell of a tire.
Well, it's got a lot, weather checked a lot.
Okay.
But it's full of air.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming all the way out here. I'll switch jobs if you want. We've got about 153 on here right now. And guys, say hi to Butch, all right? Look at this. Papa Butch. Thanks, Butch. Yeah, Butch. Sweet. I knew it was Butch. Nice. Butch to the rescue.
Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, awesome. Yes, thank you, Butch. So 162 people in here right now. And they're watching us. They're watching you rescue my ass.
Oh,
Thank
well,
you.
I got here. Slow dog, but we got here.
Thank you.
With a really wrecky old truck. What do you think?
This is the coolest truck. I didn't even tell you guys. Butch got a new truck. Only has like 50,000 miles on it. There's not a scratch on it. What's the paint color called?
Kodiak brown.
It's like a gold, brown, black, but Butch has a badass new truck. Nicest truck at the restaurant anyway.
Yeah.
The boys are gonna like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna put this on a heavy headlamp. So I'll just go to work.
I'll just leave this.
Look at all these hearts for you. They're talking to you. Friends rock.
Yep.
Look at all that. God
it's-
bless you, Butch.
It's nice to have friends. I try to be one.
Now,
Because how can you have a friend if you're not willing to be one?
that's right. I'm glad to have you as my friend. It's my honor. Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you. This is a real friend right here. And you were just telling me stories about how you were broke down over here in New Mexico one time with that Ford we had apart.
Yeah.
And somebody had to come out and help you, and now you're helping me.
The guy that had the wrecker lived in La Hera. You know where La Hera
Yes,
is?
sir. Yeah. Yeah, of
That's
course.
where he ended with the truck. And my buddy that delivered the load, He lived at Manassas.
Oh yeah, just out here. Hey, American hero, everybody, look at all these comments.
Yeah.
Look at that. Thanks, Butch. Look
Yeah.
at all the smiley faces. He goes, you owe me a piece of ass. All right, Gary White, calling you out. Butch has a lot of girlfriends. I've been going around Colorado Springs with Butch.
He's lying.
I've met a bunch of them. Let's talk about them. Well, maybe we shouldn't say their names, but Katie, Heather, Courtney, Sarah. Who else did we say?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, we don't want to leave her out.
Tiffany.
God, Tiffany?
Yeah.
She's the wild one, I bet. I do a Tiffany one.
Well,
So.
she just quit there. She's a big girl.
She's a big
But
okay.
she's a good looking girl.
Oh, we can share her.
Oh, there might be room.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to work. So put you down here until midnight. You know, I don't know. You want to work the camera? Just
No.
if you hold it here, you just point, and you're good. That's all you have to do.
Pointed at what?
Whatever the hell you want, it's pointed at you now.
Well, they're probably tired of seeing me. They want to see you.
Here, flip this around and show them your truck. Boop. And as long as you point, you can see the
is there
image,
light?
right? Yeah, I might be able to get a light on you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, check out the truck, guys.
Okay, here's my truck. Well, it's really a pickup. It's not a truck. And it's really brown, not black. And I got to turn the four ways on so we don't get whacked.
Paid to work out. Now you can with ISSA, the global leader in personal fitness certification.
There's a huge demand for certified personal trainers right now. And once you get ISSA certified, they guarantee you'll get a job. Trainers can make as much as $200.
Okay. Oh, this is the inside.
Just text strong to 323232 now.
Maybe I'm too fast. I don't know.
Everything at your own pace and 100% online.
Pursue your passion in specialized
This is the driver's seat.
or strength training. Live your life
And that's the original cushions, covers.
Start your own business. Work at a
I think it's pretty nice. I like it really good. I've got about 80 miles on it now since I bought it. I really like my grill. What?
It fits.
I knew that. I like my grill. I hope everybody else does because I'm proud of that. Oh, and John says it fit.
Point the flash at me. See on the camera, you can see what you're looking at. Right there. Yeah. It fit, but you got it.
There's the tire and wheel I just give him.
Look at this. That's pretty serious.
Yeah. It's weather checked. I don't know how long it'll last,
Yes, sir.
but now it's all yours.
Thanks. I'll buy it from you. Thank you.
So no,
Thank
you
you
don't
very
owe me
much.
nothing.
Well, I can replace it.
Remember, you've been working on my truck with me?
Well, you were teaching me.
Well,
Yeah.
and you bought my breakfast.
Yeah.
You know.
It's all right. You got me a lunch. Once, you know, that's what friends do. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Should I turn this light off?
Whatever you want. Actually,
Oh.
it's helpful.
Well,
I think.
if it helps.
Yes, sir. It's pretty good. I bet the people were excited to see you
Yeah.
pull up. They like your truck.
Well, I don't know how to get comments out of them, so
Oh, okay. Well,
I just been talking.
so when you're looking here, the top part will be the viewfinder, whatever you're looking at, and then these are their little comments. So Lucille said, "Nice truck, Butch.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. Beautiful truck, Butch. Congrats." Vicky says she's a city councilwoman, and you met her right when we were going across Kansas. She came
Oh,
out.
yeah,
Vicky
yeah.
Vale.
Yeah.
Nice truck. Nice truck. Congratulations, Butch. I like your grill. Beautiful color truck. Love the color of that truck, they say. Thank you, Butch, for saving X-Ray. Thanks, Butch. Butch, you are the man. Mark says, that's our buddy Mark from Colorado. He's Colorado.
Okay.
Mark, you might ask him where he's from. I think he's near Denver.
Just trying to help out a friend in need.
You're a hell of a guy. Thank you. Thank you. Where's the worst place you ever been broke down?
Top of Cumbres Pass.
Over there in New Mexico?
Yeah. You know, you go west of that and need it right up like you're going to Chama.
Yes, sir.
The snow is about waist deep up there. Slick, I couldn't even stand up.
Really?
My engine seized.
The whole engine seized?
Yep.
I'm getting a little, I'm going to have to use the wrench on it. What was it that caused that?
Well, I broke a liner, and I couldn't find it, and I fiddled and fiddled. Finally found the broken liner. I had the engine apart 4 or 5 times. Got that fixed, and then I cheaped out. Instead of buying a set of new bearings to put in, I just washed the ones I had and put them back in. And that antifreeze had penetrated the bearing material, and that made it seize.
Okay.
That bearing material grabbed the crankshaft, ruined the crank. I had to tear the engine clear apart. I mean, every piece of that motor. Motor was on the ground, every piece of it was in boxes.
On the side of the road.
No, I got it at Colorado Springs.
Okay.
That cost $1,800 to get to the
tow it up
springs.
the
Yeah.
springs.
And I had to give the load away that was on it.
What was the one where your buddy had to come up? No, it was like Ann, your buddy had to come, your dispatcher, and Ann.
Oh, yeah, that was on top of Kenosha.
Okay.
But that was just a turbo. That wasn't,
That was a turbo.
yeah.
Which, thank you. Thank you so much.
Well,
You know how it feels.
I know how it feels. Been there and done that.
You see my guitar over there? I have my guitar on that chair.
I say,
I was just sitting out playing guitar. And there's a woman down there. Can you see the hazard? Are there hazard lights down there under the bridge?
yeah.
That's a Jeep. A woman in a Jeep. Random woman. Says she works in Trinidad, lives in Trinidad, but drove southbound. Stopped there and she came up and said, "Oh, my radiator blew up." And I said, "Okay, I got some fluid here. Do you want it?" She goes, "No, I just poured some in, but it's leaking." And I said, "Well, did it come out all over your feet?" She said, "No, not really, a little." I said, "That's fine, you gotta drive."
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
goes, "Well, I can't turn on my car." It goes, "Bup, bup, 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 bup." And I go, "Did you have a hot, did the heat indicator
Yeah.
temperature go up?" She goes, "No." So first she said, then she goes, "How do you get this thing in neutral? Maybe I can ride down the
Maybe.
hill." I said, "Well, you put your foot on the brake and you pull on the indicator."
Yeah.
You know, like you pull on the...
On the handle,
What
and
do you
yeah.
want me to say?
Wait just 1 minute.
You have a tire iron?
Okay, we got one more tool here for X-ray. Here, try this.
Yeah, right tool for the job. Cool. Guys, check this fella out. Look who came to rescue me in a cat hat. In a brand new pickup. All right, let me... Actually, I guess it's all right with the doggone flash. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
It's not a ratchet.
But
My
I bet you
ratchet's over there at the shop where I've been working.
Yes, sir.
I'll bet that's too big a socket, isn't it?
Well,
I thought you had a heavy duty pickup, so I
Yeah.
brought the one.
no. Yeah, I'm a little bit smaller than that.
Yeah.
But I'm bigger than everything I've got
Oh.
in there. So, thank you.
Them are probably 3/4 inch, that's a 1 incher.
Yeah, it's just a little fella.
Yeah.
But it's the biggest one I got, Butch.
No comment.
I told her I was just gonna give her half, the back half. But I did.
That's where the pleasure's at. That's what you want to do.
That's right.
And that's the only tool. You know, I'll bet this pickup's got a wrench in it. I don't know whether to fit
I
it or
looked
not.
around and I found the bars. I found these bars, but I didn't find the tire iron. I wasn't sure where that part was.
Well, on Fords or under the hood on Dodge, I have no idea.
Back behind the driver's seat on in the back seat, back driver's side seat. Torque specs, I know, right? I'm gonna get my butt chewed for torque specs on this.
Probably. 'Cause it'd be a little trouble to get the good torque you need on that short handle range.
So
That's what
maybe,
you got when you got a short handle.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Well,
Should I
we're-
ride it down to Walsenburg and try to go in that shop or try to talk to a driver or something?
there's a wrecker company right across the street from Corrine's.
Okay.
You know, Corrine's is a Mexican restaurant there.
Yeah, at the top of the hill on the left?
No. Well, in there's that. No. You know where you turn to go west?
Yeah.
Just go one more block,
Oh, okay.
and that's a Mexican restaurant down there, and they're right across the street. There may be somebody around there because
All right, cool. Thank you. Just try to ratchet down, suck it down a little bit. I used your trick you showed me with, you know, when you put the wrench on and then you tapped it with the hammer, so
Yeah.
you didn't have to bust your ass. I did that to loosen these, and it worked perfectly.
works just fine.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for teaching me.
So I was going to bring my other toolbox in the back of the pickup, and
You remembered how much shit I was talking
Well-
the other day about having tools?
I didn't have a breaker bar. I had the socket, but I didn't have a breaker bar.
Yes, sir.
So when the shop got the breaker bar, I thought it was good because that's what size it takes to take them off that motorhome.
Yes, sir.
And my gray pickup used that size. That's
Okay.
1 inch.
Your Ford, so a real Ford pickup truck, a Ford, takes 1 inch, and then these are probably 3/4, you think?
Yeah. Might be 13/16, but who
You
knows?
actually also talked to me about going across, right? Going
Yeah.
across.
Yeah, pulls them down straight that way.
I
And
think
you-
I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You have the light heavy duty rear end.
Yeah.
So yours will want to be 3/4 ton. It's heavier than a 1/2 ton,
Yeah.
but it's got you quite a ways up the road. So let's don't mean mouth it.
It's been a good truck. It's taught me a lot about working on diesels. And Shelly is on the chat. Remember how we heard Mike was doing better? She
Yeah.
confirmed it. Shelly's in here right now, and
Very
Mike is
good.
doing better. Yeah. So I don't know if she'll put a comment much, but I know she was in the chat. And Lisa Thomas is in there too, from TQ.
This says what's her name? Sharon.
Yeah.
She talked to Ann this afternoon.
Say again?
She talked to Ann this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah. This says Sherry Beeman. X-ray when you get back on the road. Be sure that lady in the Jeep doesn't follow you.
Yeah, well said.
Well, he wants her to follow him.
Yeah, we want ladies. Now that Butch is here, I owe him for coming out here. I bet if I introduce that lady to Butch, she'll fall in love. I know that we'll get them tight once I drop this, but...
Well, when you said you had your tire off of the well, he's got the tools he needs. I'm not going to worry too much
Right,
about that.
yes sir. Yeah, you can get it off, you can get it on, right?
And it's a little slow, but you're gaining on her.
Yes sir, we're getting there. We're getting there for sure. It's kind of coming back around. I know I'm supposed to go slow and steady. I won't have to do it as many times.
Put user in timeout. Hide
Oh, wait.
user on this channel.
Oh, I got you. Boop.
Oh,
There you go. It went into like the moderator mode. And we're lucky to have some good people on there, some good moderators tonight.
right. Encouragement.
You said it. You know, I was sitting out here playing guitar by myself,
Yeah.
and I said, I know a couple hundred people who'd sure make me feel better.
Yeah.
And maybe they're having a bad day and they can see what I'm doing. Maybe they'll feel better.
Yeah.
And it just gets our community back together, you know?
Yep.
All right, this isn't bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't go over the pass with it, but there'll be somebody there in Walsenburg that
Oh,
are.
yeah, with the tires.
Yeah.
With the nuts like this.
If you don't find anything else, you can
Sir?
go up. I say if you don't find anything writing down, you can go up there at the truck stop. It's a Pilot, isn't it, or
Yeah.
Lowe's or something.
First time with I don't know. I think that's what I can do now, and I'll
Yeah.
drop it down and try to hit it again.
Yeah.
All right, let me give you your bar. All right, guys, here we go. I'll also wind that up, and I'll probably just throw these things in the freaking back. All right, guys, here are the jacks. You told me about your friend, the jack, or the guy that you knew, so we want to be really careful. I want to twist these to the left to release the pressure. All right, we think that this is on well. Tire's inflated. The only thing holding it up is this jack. Woo-wee! Just trying to reconnect. Good, okay. You're all right. And Joe, thank you so much for this Marine Corps flag, man, for signing it. This is what gave me the motivation I needed. Guys, this is Butch Early. If you don't know Butch Early, you're wrong. 1. 2, he's one of the finest patriots in the country. Look at this beautiful truck. Really, really nice truck. And Butch let me go and help negotiate for it, right? What do you think? How did we do?
Saved me a couple of $1,000. That's what he did.
My buddy. Yep. And then I called in a favor the next day, you know. I was like, sorry, I'm broke down. But look how clear these lights are. You know, look how shiny everything is. Real nice grill. The wheels are awesome. And the color is sexy, right? The interior is perfect. It's immaculate. We drove around, you know, the whole interior. And he has Tiptronics where he can drive in, what's it called? Manual, and like you could adjust the gears up and down. That's right. And I'll show you guys real quick.
Look inside, show them inside the bed.
Yes, sir. All right, very nice bed right here. Check this out, guys. Look how clean it is. See how clean that is? This right here is to help you. Here, you want to pull up on that, buddy? All right. This sits right here, and it helps you climb into the truck.
I forgot how you do this already.
Yeah, it comes out. We're not smart, but there's a
There we go.
there it is. It just pulls up, and then there's a step. So if you want to go up, you just step right here, you grab right here, whoop, and then you're in the pickup. Pretty nice, right? And I'm gonna take you guys underneath real quick, and then this slides in. Oh no, I got him in one of the grapefruit, one of the plums.
I'll sing soprano forever.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Woo! Check out the undercarriage, you're gonna love it. So good spare. But look how clean everything is. Look how you can read the numbers on the leaf springs. No leakage anywhere. Everything looks really good under here, so really good choice. Tow hitch on the back. Really good truck. I think Butch got an awesome one. Look.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice.
Boy,
Butch is the
look
best.
Look how brown that looks now.
It looks brown with this light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so black in the daytime, you got to catch it just right, but
That's right.
that looks really brown there.
This guy was on his way. Wrong Way Willie was driving down here too. He said he was going to come and help out. Carol Nagy says Butch is the best. And Carol, you got to see Butch recently, right? Oh, sorry, I got my light on. 3, 4. You got to see Butch recently. I heard about it. Don't hold out on us. All right. Pretty good.
Yeah.
You gonna get any sleep tonight, you think?
Oh, I'm gonna go home and take a nap, get up and go work on the truck.
All
right
right.
after I go out to have a hobnob with the guys this morning.
Good.
You know how that works.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
got to
sir.
see that in action.
That's right.
You know, Lynn that sits straight across from you,
Mhm.
he won the Pikes Peak Hill Climb a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah. That guy's a good driver. He's
I
a
didn't
good
know that. The
driver.
fisherman?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, I didn't tell you. Let me try to turn on the flashlight again, or I could turn this on maybe for us, and we could have this as our light. I don't know. But guys, Butch used to race up Pikes Peak,
Yeah.
the hill climb, right? What was that called? What was the formal name for the
Well,
race?
Pikes Peak Hollow Hill Climb.
All right, so the Pikes Peak hill climb, and Butch used to not only race it when it was dirt, right, not paved, 12 miles, 158 turns, 156 turns, 12 miles. Butch built his own car, like built the frame, built the engine, put the transmission, everything. And he was 2 seconds behind Mario Andretti. Only 2 seconds behind Mario Andretti. How freaking cool is that? He's a driver. It'll take him like 5 seconds to see it. Oh, Sherry goes, don't forget your chair and your guitar.
Yeah.
Hey, Wrong Way Willie, thank you so much, man. I think we're good to go. Butch saved the day, you know, but Butch was 2 seconds behind Mario Andretti. That's a huge deal, guys. That's a huge deal. Racing. And I saw a picture of him. Oh, we're going to show them the picture after the class next time I see you. All right, we'll show you the picture. Butch is in his race car, and he's doing that Tokyo drift, full spin, going sideways, right?
Yeah.
Sideways around a freaking 180-degree turn up on Pikes Peak Mountain, 14,000-foot mountain on a dirt road.
It's fun. It's really fun. Makes your adrenaline pump.
That's right.
That ain't all.
How do you get that? That's not all it does. How many, you were telling me how many times it took you, or, you know, getting it up there. And
I ran up there 3 times before I finally got to the top.
And when you did, you got up there quick.
I was fairly all right.
Fairly all right. So Butch is being modest. 2 seconds behind Mario Andretti, the most famous race car driver of all time. That's a pretty big deal. I know Richard Petty's the king.
Yeah.
Okay. But he's a pretty famous race car driver. And for my buddy to be 2 seconds behind him, ow! That's what I say. That's how Marine expresses excitement. All right, cool. Lots of really nice comments here. Butch is a legend. Jackie says he is a legend. He's a real life legend, though. Shelly said, don't forget the cap on the front of the truck. Good call. Good call. I'll grab it, Shelly. Thank you. Butch, you are amazing. Maybe says the front rim cap. I got that on. I got it on, Shelly. I put the front rim cap on. Look at all these funny hearts from Gary.
Yeah.
You probably didn't expect to be on TV tonight.
No.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah.
No.
I was bored. I didn't know what to do. So,
We got it though.
look, thank yous, red, white, and blue hearts. I see an oorah down there. Probably a good time to end it.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
This is a good friend. This is one of my very, very good friends. I'm honored to know you. Thank you so much for coming to my rescue.
Glad to help. You helped me, and that's my turn.
That's what friends do.
That's what friends do.
Don't forget it, visionaries. That's what friends do. We love you. Stay motivated. Stand up for freedom. Love you, Butch and X-Ray from Vicky. Thank you. Ed's Truth, welcome. Thank you. Guys, go back and you can see some guitar playing. You'll see 2 letters from generals. I read them the letters from the generals.
Yeah.
I showed Butch the one from the Air Academy. And you guys might not know, but not only did Butch's family, Butch has served the United States, and his whole family has for generations. You know, out here homesteading in 1912, right? Early 1900s. And Butch's ancestors sold hay to the cavalry.
Yeah.
And horses
And
to the cavalry. And land
and land.
to the army. We'll talk about that one later. But, yeah, you know, when the army comes around, what can you say? Eminent domain. They offered, I said, can we tell them?
Yeah.
They offered Butch's family not offered. They said, you're going to get $15 per acre. You got 30 days to get off the land, and they didn't get paid for 3 years.
Yeah.
How many? It was a lot of acres. It was like
Over 10,000.
over 10,000 acres, and the Army needed the land because it was downrange for safety and training, but they had a lot of animals, so you had a full ranch.
Yeah, there's probably 50 head of horses out there and probably 200 head of cattle.
200 head of cattle, 50 horses. They sold horses and hay to the cavalry, then the land to the Army, and then Butch actually helped bring in the loads to build the Air Academy and Schriever Air Base, right? To build these facilities. And his dad was a welder, a very famous welder in the area, and did the water pipeline that probably came from way out there.
Yeah.
But the water pipeline in the pipeline.
He welded inside of the 12.5-mile pipeline. I was pretty much a kid, but as big as I am, I couldn't get in a 24-inch pipe like he did.
I'd go crazy in there,
Oh, man.
you know, in a closed area like that. I don't
and
like
going
tunnels.
downhill with your feet tied together, you know.
So his dad, Butch's dad, was one of the finest welders in the area. He also hung the blast doors on NORAD, and he put the Air Force Academy roof on the chapel. So their whole family has served continuously. But when his dad was welding the pipeline for all the water for Colorado Springs, he was in the pipe, and he would like pull on a rope, and they'd pull him up like a certain amount of feet.
Yeah.
All right, so this is an American hero. They're all saying right here that you're a hero and a legend, and they love you. They say, this man is legendary. We love Butch. The moderators are amazing. Thank you, guys. And thank you to my good friend and, you know, a mentor here, Butch, who's really taught me a lot and who I really respect. Thank you.
Yep. Well, I'll follow you on down here to to town so in case that tire blows out or something.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
All right, guys, love you. We're going to cut it off right here. Hope you have a great night. Find those people who you really respect and spend time around them, and your life will be better. Thank you all for making my life better, for being a part of this. I love you. Stay strong, right? Stay motivated. What do you want to tell them?
I appreciate the whole bunch of you. That's what I do.
That's right.
Let's all get together. We need to go on a convoy.
That's
And a
right.
big picnic.
We were thinking 4th of July we might have a big picnic.
Something like that. Yeah, that'd be good.
You want to come?
Yeah, sure.
I'm in. I know Tony's in.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're looking at 4th of July picnic. We might have to do a little convoy after that. If we have a lot of people there
That'd
for the
be
convoy,
good, yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, whatever town we pick, go take a convoy through town.
That's right. Just show the people.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what we're looking at. 4th of July picnic for the visionaries, and then a convoy after. More information to come. We've been talking with TQ about that, talking with Butch and with some other leaders, and with Scott Fire Weston as well. Scott, our firefighter from Virginia, he's in. So, all right, love you guys. We're going to hit the road and get the job done. Thank you for being with me and for the motivation, and thank you, of course, to Butch. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right, bye, guys.